Good evening and welcome to Premier League Wiffle. Tonight's series at Hideaway Field is between the 21 and 18 Snappers and the 11 and 28 Lightning. The Snappers are riding an 8-game winning streak, while the Lightning are on an 8-game skid. These teams are moving in opposite directions as the Snappers make a playoff push and the Lightning play to avoid relegation. I'm Tom Gannon, joined by Warbirds owner-manager Chris Warfield. Who do you have taking this series, Chris?
You know, tonight, I really like the Snappers. Honestly, I think you're going to see some broomsticks tonight from these guys. I mean, they've been so hot. Taylor Bryner back in the lineup with 2 hands. Ryan Murphy really coming into his own here. Jonathan Wilson hitting the ball like we remember back in Season 1. I mean, these guys just
pitching,
look really
Jonathan
good.
Wilson is arguably their ace at this point.
Yeah, I think he's surpassed Taylor Bryner at this point. I think he's in the top 5 ERA, sporting, I believe, a 2.35 ERA at the moment.
I believe that's right.
Third in the league at the moment. There's only 2 guys under 2, I believe, at this point. That would be yourself and Billy Santiwan. But yeah, really been a surprise so far this year. You know, on both ends, Taylor Bryner's kind of come back to the average from on the mound, and then Jonathan Wilson's really excelled as their new lead pitcher. You know, their new ace.
Yeah, the Snappers pitching staff leading the league with a 3.50 team ERA. So expect a low-scoring affair tonight. We've got the wind pretty still, maybe a gentle breeze blowing in, actually, so probably not as much offense as we've had in this past week with a lot of wind blowing out.
Yeah, I really don't expect to see a lot of 13, 14-run games tonight. I mean, the Snappers are always very capable of putting up 14 runs. I don't think you're going to see it, though. It's just so calm out. It's beautiful. It's 75 degrees, slightly overcast. It's going to be a good night for Wiffle, Tom.
So, yeah, let's get into that Lightning lineup.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Lightning lineup. You got Jake Purdy leading off, playing shortstop. Bruce Huson in the 2-hole, playing center field. Kiefer McClendon, a recent acquisition at the trade deadline by the Lightning, playing third base and batting third. Anthony Michael in the 4-hole, designated hitter. Josh Atkinson playing left field and hitting in the 5-hole. And Kyle Baker rounding out the lineup as a DH. You got Jake Slusher on the mound. And you got Chad Phillips playing second base as well. And Bo Evans, who I believe is injured at the moment, is going to be rounding out their substitutes.
This Lightning squad, a little different look after the moves at the trade deadline by manager Chad Phillips, trading away Cody Runnels to the Cajuns in exchange for Bo Evans and Kiefer McClendon, who you both see on that graphic.
Yeah, I mean, let's highlight that for a moment here, Tom. Chad Phillips made 2 major moves right at the deadline, right? First, he traded Cody Runnels in the middle of a series, all right?
That's right. He also traded Kyle Lohman for Jake Slusher, Cajun second-round pick, cash considerations, and Nick meets Chad's turtle. I think that has already happened. Here it is.
Have it. Nick has met all of the turtles. I did have a couple conversations with Nick, and I believe the cash considerations actually ended up being a handful of dinners with Chad. So Nick definitely putting in some work for Kyle Lohman there. I think that's a pretty fair trade, honestly. I think Chad may have won that trade. I mean, it's going to be early here. He's starting Slush game 1, so we'll find out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Nick meeting Chad's turtles has to really...
I mean, that's
a big
icing
piece
on the cake right
It's a big
there.
piece of
it really
that trade.
Is. I think that's what put him over the line there. I think that's what made Chad want to do that deal. So, yeah, we're going to see a completely different rotation tonight from the Lightning. You know, we're going to see more Chad Phillips, their staple Jake Purdy, their ace, and then we're going to see Jake Slusher get mixed in there. And depending on how the night goes, we might see a couple guys we've never seen before on the mound. Kiefer McClendon can throw the ball pretty well. I know Bruce Huson's been itching to get on the mound all season long. You know, more of the same from the Snappers tonight, though. Taylor Bryner looks like he's going to be getting a start here in Game 1 as we're getting ready to roll here in about 30 seconds or less. Jake Purdy will be taking the opening pitch.
Yeah, and get those wiffle ball points in now. Lightning plus 2.5, Snappers minus 2.5. Looks like all of the money is piling in on the Snappers at minus 2.5, 324,000 wiffle ball points and climbing just about 80,000 on the Lightning.
And here we go, Tom.
And there's play ball from first base umpire Kyle Lohman. Ground ball, left side. Taylor gets a hand on it, picks it up, spins, throws into the backstop for out number 1.
Yeah. Ever since Taylor Bryner got utilization of both his hands back, he has been on an absolute tear, Tom, on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
And I mentioned in the pregame, Snappers leading the league with a 3.50 team ERA. They also are last in the league in strikeouts with only 211 as Bruce Uson flies it to right center. Harley under it for out number 2.
It's a quick 1-2 from the Lightning's top of the order here. So we're going to see Kiefer McClellan, the new acquisition, batting in the 3-hole.
Kiefer's first at bat as a Lightning. Takes strike 1 right at 55, strike 2 rather, because it depends on how you count.
As Tyler Walensky would say, cinco from Taylor Bryner there, 55. Just going to bring the count to 1 and 2 times. That was 57 in the dirt.
Rips
Keeper's
that
gonna
one.
Rip that.
Right through the 5-6 hole between Greg Kelly and Jesse Capps. Normally a brick wall, but he finds the spot just in between them in no man's land.
Old no man's land. I love that we've started to bring that into consideration here in the last couple of weeks. I think that was a really great invention on your behalf there, Tom. Anthony Michael just going to foul that one off there, double nickels. Yeah, Jesse Capps he's had an up and down season there at shortstop so far. I don't think anybody was going to make a play on that ball, though. That was smoked by Kiefer.
Anthony Michael also acquired in a trade between the Cajuns. The Lightning sending over Devlin Daniel in exchange for Anthony Michael. As he flies that one just behind shortstop Jesse Capps, backpedals into the outfield to make the play. That's 3 outs and no strikeouts. The Snappers kind of proving that you don't need to get a lot of strikeouts to have effective pitching.
Yeah, no damage done there by the Lightning. Again, we're looking at an almost completely new squad from when they started the season. Chad Phillips has been very, very active in the trade markets, and he's really hoping that this can be the new foundation for his team going forward, not only for the rest of this season, but seasons to come as well.
Also making a trade for former Major Leaguer Josh Towers, who does not appear to be in attendance tonight.
I believe Towers was a late scratch last night, Tom. As we're going to see Jake Slusher taking the mound here. First appearance for the Lightning, and I believe it might be his first start, actually, as well. Don't quote me on that, as I'm not quite sure.
And there's Evan Shields, clearly a Vaders fan out there on the left field container. Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah,
Vaders' favorite team. It's good to see.
Interesting pick out of all the teams you got. You got a lot of options. You got 10 teams to choose from. Vader's definitely a great group of guys.
Sitting over there with Trench Pacone of the Legends. I wonder if Trench is offended that he's wearing the Vaders gear.
Yeah, Trench is a staple out there, man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him out in the stands on nights where he definitely doesn't have to be here, and he just absolutely kills it volunteering day in and day out for us. Not only in the booth, he's just done so much for this property, this league, this field. So
yeah,
good to see Trench hanging out.
Last year, Trench was probably commentating at least 3 times a week. Was one of our only commentators and really the workhorse for our stream team.
Absolute grinder for our team. As we're going to see Taylor Bryner to lead off the bottom of the first inning.
Bryner, 3-time MVP, reigning Cy Young Award winner, trying to get back on top as he comes back from that injury. Seems like he's pretty much back to 100% at this point, Chris.
Yeah, I would say he's above 100% at this point, Tom, to be honest with you. I looked at his stats. He's on I believe, 7-game home run streak. In his last handful of games, he's hit 2 home runs a game. So Taylor's really been feeling himself. Is he going to take a leadoff walk there?
Not the worst guy to walk.
No, I actually don't mind that from Slush. You're a little nervous. It's your first start for a brand new team here. That's probably the one guy in the league you would feel very comfortable walking.
Here we have Ryan Murphy. Murphy with a slow start to the season, was a free agent chip pickup for the Snappers.
And it's not going to get any easier for Slush here, as Murphy has really come into his own over the last handful of series and has been a big part of their 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, really jumped into the Rookie of the Year race midway through the season. He's been on an absolute tear recently.
Very, very patient batter. Definitely brings over the softball style swing. If you leave it up to him, you're going to be kissing that ball goodbye.
Ground ball third base. Kiefer boots it, and that's going to be a reached on error for Ryan Murphy. Murphy was also recruited by Jonathan Wilson, who touted him as the next Johnny Castaneda. And everyone thought he was kidding until a few weeks ago, and now everyone understands what he meant.
Yeah, I definitely see it. Doesn't have the physical intimidation that Johnny Castaneda has, but he definitely has all the power and all the baseball knowledge that he brings to the Snappers.
Even a similar swing.
As Jonathan Wilson is going to...
Oh, that ball's going to run away and go foul down the third baseline.
The spin on that ball, Tom.
Let's see this one again.
That was in the dead center of the infield.
Yeah, he hit that ball up the middle.
And nobody wanted to make a play on that. That's how much that ball was spinning.
I mean, they wanted to make a play, but that ball just ran away from him.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. You see Jake Purdy very shy about chasing after that one. The last thing you want to do is touch that ball, and then it goes out of play, and that's 2 bags. So Wilson's going to work a ball there.
Bounces that one in.
It's going to bring the count to 2-2 here, Tom. Wilson been very, very patient as of late as well. Used to be known for his tremendous amount of strikeouts to his 300 average, but he's been very, very patient. We've almost seen a different Jonathan Wilson at the plate these last handful of weeks.
Yeah, right about the second half is when Wilson has really turned it on, and
he just misses that one. That's going to be one into the zone. You do get the first one in the zone as the catcher does drop the first one, but you tip 2 into the zone and you are out. Catcher's not dropping that one, Tom.
And that's going to drop in for a base hit. That scores Taylor Bryner from second. Murphy will advance to second, and the Snappers take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Snappers picking up right where they left off these last couple weeks. Just an early and often onslaught of hits.
That brings up David Harley Jr.
Harley also been hitting the ball fairly well in these last couple of weeks for the Snappers. I guess you could say that pretty much about anybody on their roster at this point, as they've been tacking on runs like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to not play well during an 8-game winning streak.
Yes, I would agree with you, Tom, there. So Harley's going to go down swinging for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Manny Santillanes.
That pitch right at 55, though, looked quick. Slusher definitely has that fast-looking slider that you get from putting a lot of spin on the ball, so it doesn't really slow down. Looks a little quicker. Flares it to Chad Phillips. Chepa.
And Chad has found a way to get to the knees for the first time tonight on that catch.
Yeah, it was like he was a football player making a fair catch, or catching the kickoff and then kneeling it for a touchback.
He's going to round out the lineup with Brandon Gregg here in the 6th hole. Swinging the infamous hit stick. Oh, he's just going to miss that one, as that's going to be 54 in the zone for strike 2. You do start with a strike in this league, Tom. You start 0-1. I like that rule a lot. I think that definitely incentivizes batters to get aggressive early and often.
And just speeds up the game.
Yeah. I think we'd have way too many walks if we started 0-0.
I agree. It would probably make things a lot tougher on pitchers.
And Slusher's going to get out of that. Really not that much damage done there for the amount of hits to start the inning.
Yeah, just one run against a red-hot Snappers lineup. Slush does a good job getting out of that inning.
And we're going to go to the top of the second here. The top of the second is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of the PLW. Whether you are buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. You can connect with Leilani on Instagram at Leilani Acuna, as you see her there on our screen. Man, what a great time to be a realtor. Rising costs of living, inflation.
Everyone wants to move to Las Vegas now.
Everybody wants to live in Vegas. We experienced 10% population growth last year and still climbing. Everybody's working remote. Get a hold of Leilani. I mean, it's now or never, really.
Yeah, I know PLW fan 01. I think he's going to reach out to Leilani, try to just move out, join the draft, and become part of PLW. I mean, I don't understand why anyone wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, get in now, guys. I mean, we're only getting bigger. The competition's only getting better. Now's your chance. Sell your house wherever you're at. Iowa, sell the house. Get out to Vegas.
Yeah, like someone said in the chat, I mean, if Chad can play in this league, you could probably make it.
Well, I don't know if that's as much of his team's choice or his choice, but yeah, we'll stick with that. And Josh Atkinson's going to rope that, but Harley's going to camp right under it. He can make the first out of the inning.
Good range from David Harley Jr., running from right field across to center to make that catch. That brings up Kyle Baker, the lefty, another rookie on this Lightning squad.
Yeah, you know, like we said earlier in the lineup, very, very different Lightning squad from the beginning of the season. As you see, Kyle Lohman, a former Lightning member, down the first base line as our head umpire tonight.
Waves and misses at the first pitch. He's already got an 0-2 count.
What was that from Taylor Bryner? That's a new pitch, I think.
Screwball.
That was his screwball. He's been working hard to get the screwball back. I know he used to have a very nasty one, and he got a little hittable there.
Right back to him. Picks it up, throws onto the backstop, hits the top corner of the backstop, but gets the out nonetheless. And that brings Jake Purdy to the plate.
Jake Purdy really looking to spark this offense tonight.
And there it is, base hit up the middle. That's going to drop in for a single, and that brings Bruce Uson up with a man on base. And that is not what Taylor Bryner wants.
Definitely not, Tom. This is the guy that can really make it 2-1 here in a hurry. He likes to jump on early pitches in the zone, and next thing you know, it could be 2-1.
Bruce, one of the top hitters in the league, and there's a reason they call him Juice Uson. It's because he's a large man.
He may or may not like to keep in shape, Tom.
He may.
He may. And it looks like the Lightning sporting new hats here. As he's going to rope that one. That's going to bounce off Jesse Capps' arm, and that's going to hit the wall. It's going to be a dirty double. As Jesse Capps made the initial play to touch it, and Brendan let it slip by him. So that's going to move the base runners to second and third. Tom.
And here is a big clutch moment for the rookie Kiefer McClendon, just acquired in a trade. This is going to be his first game as a Lightning. The number 3 overall pick in this season's draft.
Another guy, big guy, hits the ball hard, swings with a lot of power. He's going to take strike 2 into the zone there at 53 from Taylor Bryner. And wow,
hits it the other way. That's going to get through.
That's going to score 2 runs. And that's going to go.
It's going to stay in play.
Stay in play. The ball that goes out of play would be a single and an extra base error. As that's going to put the Lightning in front here.
2-1 lead, and Anthony Michael comes to the plate. He's going to try to keep this rally going. And that trade paying immediate dividends for Chad.
Yeah, like I said, Tom, I really think that Chad may have gotten the best of both the Cajuns and the Night Owls with both of these deals he just did.
And there, Anthony Michael shoots that one into left for another base hit. They've got 2 on for Josh Atkinson.
And Taylor Bryner getting beat up a little bit here in the second inning.
Just keep firing singles. This Lightning team has struggled to string those hits together all season, but it seems here in the second inning, they've been able to get back-to-back hits.
And Josh had a hard hit ball to start this inning off to Harley there in center.
56, just 1 mile per hour too fast.
That ball just levitates into the bottom pipe.
Screwball just misses.
And Josh going to get a hold of that one, but not enough, as that's going to go to the warning track.
Harley runs over to the bathroom after making that catch. Oh, no, he was just picking up another ball. Good range from David Harley Jr., running all the way from center field to make this play.
And yeah, the Lightning take an early lead in this game, 2-1, as we go to the bottom of the second. I don't think this is going to end up being a 2-1 game, Tom. I think you're going to have to tack on a little bit more if you want a chance to be in the Snappers tonight. But this is a good start from this rejuvenated Lightning squad as Chet Phillips tries to send one into the booth there from shortstop. Maybe he was onto something with giving himself more appearances at short, more appearances on the mound. Jake Slusher's been waiting to have a coming out party. You know, and so he got through one inning relatively unscathed. So see if he can keep it rolling here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, I think Slusher is really going to be the guy for this Lightning team to sort of fill the pitching void of really Runnels and Lohman.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think he did trade away 2 developing pitchers. Kyle Lohman, a very capable pitcher, has pitched a ton of innings in this league going back to last season. Cody Runnels, a rookie this year, sneaky 23rd overall draft pick, right? Monstrous bat, pretty decent shortstop, and also was coming around on the mound before he got dealt away to the Cajuns.
Yeah, Kiefer McClendon, the other player that Chad picked up, is also likely to get a start tonight.
Yeah, very capable of getting on the mound, throwing some strikes, as Taylor Bryner is going to take strike 2 into the zone.
Slusher with that quick-looking slider, 57, but looks a little faster, just not quite in the zone.
Oh, boy. Taylor's going to take
down.
a big hack and do the old Jay Stevenson fall over.
And he swings his misses right after saying, if you put that over the plate, it's in the trees. Strikes him out.
Slusher coming back and saying, yeah, and you're going to swing and miss.
Yep, doesn't have to put it over the plate, apparently.
Yeah, he's going to get Taylor chasing. Taylor doesn't do that too much.
I will say he probably chases more than he walks. This Snappers team last in the league in walks with just 81. Definitely free swingers.
Rip that ball right at Purdy. Purdy unable to get in front of it, as that's going to bring up Jonathan Wilson.
Wilson been hitting the ball well during this winning streak. Hoping to keep that rolling today using that garden glove that he's well known for.
The signature Wilson gardening glove. See if he can send one to the Garden of Serenity here. So he's going to take ball 1 just low. It's going to be another one in the dirt from Jake Slusher.
I believe Slusher already with 1 walk, so another one would chase him from the game.
Yep, he walked Taylor Bryner to lead off the bottom of the first inning. As Wilson disrespectfully taking the whole way, takes nasty 47 on the inside pipe there. That's going to bring count full. And that's going to do it for Jake Slusher.
Walks him anyway.
All in all, not a bad start for the rookie. Had a lot of practice in the Taco League, but that was his first PLW official start, I believe. He's come in relief a couple times for the Vaders when he was on the Vaders.
And the Night Owls.
And the Night Owls.
The Lightning going right to Jake Purdy. They've got the lead. 2 runners on base, trying to get out of this jam. And you can see Kirby Bucket bringing the balls out. Perhaps the sweetheart of PLW. It seems no matter what team you're a fan of, you're also a Kirby Bucket fan.
That's no good there, Tom.
Not ideal.
Can't have that going on there. As we're going to see Jake Purdy, the staple ace in the Lightning lineup, take the mound here in the bottom of the second with 2 on, 1 out. Lightning looking to hold the Snappers down here early in the hopes of winning a game 1 and jumping on these Snappers. And snapping that winning streak.
And their own losing streak.
It'd be a real shocker, if you know what I mean. So Harley's going to take 54 in the zone there for strike 2.
Purdy really the man for this Lightning team. He's responsible for a lot of the wins they've had is just with him taking over on the mound and shutting down the opposing team.
Yeah, I think without Jake Purdy, closing out a lot of close games for these Lightnings. They could have been statistically eliminated from the playoffs already.
Yeah, the Lightning still hanging on by a thread to playoff hopes that just don't seem realistic.
Yeah, one singular thread, Tom. As in, they might need to have a lot of things go wrong.
Yeah, they need a lot of help from other teams. They need a lot of other teams to lose.
They also
to give
need
them a
to go
chance.
15-0. 15-0 gives them a legitimate shot, Tom.
So if they lose this game, are they out?
It's gonna be tight.
You're not the magic number guy?
I'm not the magic number guy. You know, I don't really have a computer going on in my head. As Manny's gonna rope that right to Josh Atkinson for the last time of this inning, and Purdy's gonna get him out of that. Yeah, I really think the magic number this year, Tom, is 26 wins.
26 wins.
I think 26 is the magic number based on where the schedules pan out the rest of the way. A handful of teams are very, very close to that number, and the Vaders and the ones I believe have already surpassed that number. So they're pretty much locking themselves in. We knew that coming into about week 8. It looked that way. It was going to pan out that way. But there's a handful of teams hanging out there that have a legitimate shot at getting the 26, 27 wins. 500, just under 500, I think gets you into that 5th spot you sneak in.
Yeah, and, I mean, teams can get hot fast and get cold fast. So if a key team in the playoff race falls out of it, then that leaves another spot for somebody else.
Yeah, this is not the time to be dropping games. As we're coming right down the home stretch here, Tom, this is the end of week 13, I believe.
I have a feeling it's going to come down to the final week, week 18. I think there are going to be some big games with massive playoff implications.
Yeah, I mean, and it has so far every season, all 3 seasons, we've gone right down to the wire. I remember in season 1, it was between us and the Ones, the Warbirds and the Ones. We had the final series against each other, and whoever won that series was going to go to the playoffs. Unfortunately, we lost. But in that instance, final came down to the final series as to who was going to relegation and who was going to the playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean, the standings are tight every year. Last season, it actually came down to run differential as to who made the playoffs. So
that's correct. Yeah, between a couple teams in the West Division. Last year, we had 2 divisions, and we have merged back into one large division where everybody plays each other twice.
We got Kyle Baker leading it off for the Lightning, swing and a miss there.
And we're climbing here, Tom, slowly. We're up to 421 viewers on Twitch here. If you're viewing with us on TikTok, get on over here. Kyle Baker's going to rope a single up the middle. Join us on twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. What's the benefits, Tom, of being on Twitch? Can you kind of break it down for us a little bit here?
You get 5 different camera angles, replays. You get Skycam. You get to bet your wiffle ball points and wager on these games. I mean, there's really, as you see, Manny Santiani's range way out into right field. Makes a great over-the-shoulder grab to retire.
Manny's
Jake
showing
Purdy.
a ton of range there. One of the older guys on this squad really making a move to make that play there.
And Bruce again up with a man on base.
Yeah, Bruce looking to do some more damage here and really widen that Lightning lead, as they're going to need it. You're not going to hold these snappers down all game long. He's going to work a 3-1 count here. Taylor Bryner not known to walk guys as well, as he's definitely going to come after Bruce here.
And there you have it.
Cool.
Bruce just misses one, and he's visibly upset.
Yeah, that was the pitch. Taylor definitely wasn't looking to walk there. Put that right down the middle.
Bruce somehow gets a piece of that one.
May have fouled off ball 4 there, Tom.
Not may have, definitely. I don't think that one was close, but Bruce does a great job reaching, and he's going to get another opportunity here.
Oh. He just misses another one. And Tom, looks like we already got a new viewer from TikTok. Welcome over, GG236HD83.
Glad to have you here on Twitch. Got a great community here. Got a great chat. A lot of regulars. Evan Shields, one of the regulars, sitting on top of the container with Trench Pacone.
Yeah, Evan Shields, what a surprise to have him out here.
Bruce rips that one to third. Greg Kelly bobbles it, flips to second for 1, and Manny unable to get it to the backstop in the air, and I believe it was just over that 5-second time limit.
Yeah, it looked to be a little late, as maybe that last bobble by Greg Kelly cost him a better chance at getting a double play. But he does secure the lead runner there and gets the second out of the inning.
And now another shot for Kiefer McClendon.
Wow, look, they're just piling in, Tom. Look at this. A bunch of first-time viewers from TikTok. Welcome on over, guys. You're getting much better camera angles as Kiefer's going to try and poke another one the other way. And Manny.
A nice flip by Manny. Had about 2.5 seconds to spare, but makes a nice smooth play, and that's going to end the inning. So for you guys just coming over from TikTok, thank you for joining us here. Clearly a bit better of a production we have running over on Twitch. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can actually subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime account. Would love to have a few of you get subscribed and join PLW Nation over here 5 nights a week. We start at 6 p.m. Pacific. And we've got a great game on our hands right now. Just 2-1 here in the third. Snappers looking to tie this up or take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Tom, you've got the bottom end of the league, the Lightning, right, in 10th place, really holding down a charging Snappers squad right now. I mean, the Snappers have been in the championship game, championship series, all 3 seasons, right, of PLW's existence. All 3 seasons, the Snappers squad right here has been in the championships in some form. And right now, the Lightning holding them at bay with only 1 run.
And their ace, Jake Purdy, on the mound. And that's why he's the ace right there, 55 on the bar. Nothing Greg could do with it.
Manager, owner, shortstop, pitcher, Chad Phillips has got to be loving what's going on right now.
Happy to see it. The Snappers on an 8-game winning streak. I believe their last loss was against my Sand Vipers, as you see Brandon Gregg fly out to Bruce Huson in center.
As they keep piling in here, we are up to 530 viewers, as Taylor Bryner's just going to foul that ball off.
A tape measure foul down the left field line. Never seemed to really be hooking fair.
You know, on certain nights, Tom, that one could almost be considered a home run.
On certain nights, that's way gone with the wind, especially the wind we've been having recently. Thankfully, we've got a nice calm day, but hopefully I didn't just jinx us as Taylor fouls that one back into the zone. That'll be his first.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really different environment, considering the last couple weeks have been 30 to 40 mile an hour winds with 60 mile an hour gusts. Guys are hitting 7 home runs.
Pretty brutal.
Pretty brutal. Pretty tough to be a pitcher.
Pretty fun to watch, though. I mean, what do you guys think in the chat? Were those great games or what?
Great to watch these barn burners, but as a pitcher, as a fan of the game, you enjoy watching these types of environments right here. I talked to Taylor Bryner quite a lot about it. He actually prefers the calm days, the colder days, as he thinks it's a really testament to the solid hitters in this league.
As he grounds out to third baseman Anthony Michael right there. Yeah, definitely a lot of true outcomes. I know Jim Dodos on the Warbirds loves this weather. He says that he can still hit the ball out, but other guys can't.
Yeah, I mean, let's be realistic, Tom. We had this kind of weather for the first 6 or 7 weeks of the season. Guys like Jim Dodos were at the top, and he had a large amount of separation. You know, statistically speaking, the numbers have really gotten a lot closer due to a lot of guys having absolutely mammoth performances. And that's not to take away from the performances these guys are having, but the climate has shifted. The balls are flying a lot further now, and it's really affecting the way that hitters are seeing the ball. So we got a new poll up here. Who is the Mike Trout of the PLW? Bruce Huson, Justin Hicks, Mateo Fernandez, Taylor Bryner, or Ryan Chen? Oh, the Mike Trout of PLW. So to me, the Mike Trout of the PLW has to be an absolutely phenomenal player.
I think it's just got to be Taylor Bryner, 3-time MVP.
On a team that's probably not ever going to make the playoffs while he's there.
Ah, I see. So that rules out Ryan Chen. I guess Bruce Huson is your man here then.
Yeah,
Chris.
I mean, based on that, I would put Bruce Huson as our man, but
Mateo Fernandez is running away with this poll. But yeah, I think the right answer to this question might be Bruce. The Angels, not a very good team. The Lightning, not a very good team.
Yeah. I think there's a couple guys that I would have rather liked to see on that poll. As
Bruce,
Wilson.
Also an outfielder, robs home runs. We've seen him rob several home runs, as you see Jonathan Wilson strike out to end the inning. Jake Purdy holding the Snappers at 1 through 3, and we're going to head to the top of the 4th. The Lightning looking to tack on to this lead.
Yeah, this is really impressive right now from the Lightning, as Jake Purdy seems to be dialed in early. which is a very, very scary thing if you are a batter against him.
And it looks like the snappers are going to Jonathan Wilson, taking Bryner out of the game, perhaps wanting to save some of his innings, perhaps wanting to just give the Lightning another look.
Yeah, maybe that's the case. I think, personally, they're going to Wilson. They want to keep this game as close as humanly possible. Save Bryner's innings, yeah, but they want to keep this a 2-1 game. They want to keep the winning streak alive, and they just see Wilson as their best option here going into the fourth. And, you know, he might be getting the start in Game 2 as well, so they might want to get him loosened up now, as Taylor Bryner has been hit pretty early in this series.
Jonathan Wilson kind of trying to step into that ace role for this Snappers team, having a fantastic season thus far. So perhaps the Snappers going to him, trying to make sure we keep the Lightning at 2 and get their ace in there to go against the Lightning ace and have faith in their bats.
Yeah, a couple other guys come to mind in this poll for me. You know, like Jim Dodos, freak in the outfield, absolute monster bat. Warbirds, not oftenly in the playoffs. You know, Andrew Leday, yeah, he doesn't field, but absolute monster bat. Cajuns, Stonemen combo, you know, now that he's an owner, the new team, not looking great for them for playoff aspirations as well. So I could see Mateo, as Alex Fernandez comments and says, yeah, the Bombers suck too. So as Michael's going to go down swinging. Oh, no, that's going to bring the count to 2-2. Never trust a reaction there, Tom, as Anthony Michael looked like he was ready to go back to dugout on strike 2.
Took 3 or 4 steps back to the dugout there. Thinks better of it. Steps back in with his gold-taped bat.
And now he's going to be heading back to the dugout. So that's going to be strike 3. Yeah, Kyle Lohman, now a Night Owl, just played in the series last night as the Night Owls beat the Warbirds 2-1 in that series. Or should I say Sean Merciel beat the Warbirds 2-1 in that series?
I think that sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, their pitching staff doing a good job as well, but Sean defending well at shortstop. Got a lot of key hits, a couple of home runs. Had that post-game interview up here in the booth.
Wilson taking a Levi-like approach there.
Yeah,
the
big
old
pause.
delay and raise the leg.
Surprised he didn't go with the pendulum pitch.
It's going to bring the count to 2-2 here. It's Josh Atkinson looking to spark something for the Lightning and get on base here.
Wilson steps off. Maybe mixed up signs with the strike zone. Did he go? Yes, he did. Kyle Lohman, first base umpire, rings him up. And that's going to bring Kyle Baker back up. 2 out, no one on. Wilson trying to have a quick inning here. Discusses his defense.
I almost like playing 4 infielders here. As it almost pans out exactly as I called it out. Kyle Baker's going to hit a single to opposite field.
And Greg Kelly, visibly upset, thinks he could have got to that one. Unfortunately, that gets through for a base hit. Baker now on with 2 outs, and Jake Purdy with a chance to keep going. Ground ball foul. Jake Purdy looking to keep this inning alive.
Yeah, really looking to help himself out here, bring Kyle Baker around. Pad that lead that they've got going here into the top of the 4th. And if you're a Lightning backer, Tom, right now, you are loving yourself. I mean, all the action came in on the Snappers minus 2.5. So you're sporting a 3.5 run cushion right now with the Lightning's ace on the mound to close this game out.
And you've got good odds.
Yeah, great odds. I believe 4 or 5 to 1. So he's going to spoil that pitch from Wilson there.
probably ball 4, but lives to fight another pitch. Fouls another one off.
Staying alive and tacking up the pitch count here on Jonathan Wilson.
And I think he wants that exact pitch again, but I don't think Wilson's going to throw it.
That's going to be ball 4. Working an early walk on Jonathan Wilson here is Jake Purdy wins the battle of the aces.
Now, 2 on, 2 out, and Bruce, the Juice, Uson, steps in.
Bruce is going to take 58 hot into the zone for ball 1.
Bruce fouls that one back. Another one running away from him, but he's able to reach out and get a piece of it.
Oh, and he's going to sky that one. Manny Santanez going to camp under that. And Wilson's going to get out of the inning unscathed. Gives up a walk. And we're going to see the Snappers here in the top of the 5th. This game's moving right along.
Very quick pace to this game. Jake Purdy, one of the fastest workers in the league. Definitely one of those pick up the ball and throw it type pitchers.
Yeah, works out of the stretch. Okay.
David Harley Jr. going to be leading it off for the Snappers.
And it looks like we have a little bit of a surprise planned for you guys after game 1, in between games here. I don't want to spoil it quite yet. We'll mention it when we get closer to the end of the game here. But I think you guys are going to enjoy that.
Should be interesting. And here we go. Harley leading it off, swinging a miss, 51. And that is going to put Purdy ahead 0-2. Yep. And Wilson asking for them to recalibrate the radar. Doesn't think that one was under 55. Purdy, another one of those guys, throws that sort of frisbee-like slider that really looks quicker than it is because it doesn't slow down. A lot of pitches, they come out at 55, and then they slow down on their way to the plate, so they don't look quite as fast. Manny Santillanes looking to start something up for the Snappers, and he goes down looking.
Purdy locked in here for the Lightning as they're looking to take a game from the Snappers here.
Purdy absolutely dealing, just picks up the ball and throws it. Has been filling up the zone as Brandon Gregg fouls that one back. And I think this might be a situation where the Snappers want to step out of the box and try to slow Purdy down as he's really in a rhythm. That one just a little bit too fast at 57.
Yeah, when Purdy gets grooving, starts to work very, very fast. And that's going to be 53. He's going to take down the side there, Tom.
And that's going to end the inning. Purdy strikes out the side. I believe he struck them all out looking.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 there, Tom, as we're going to go to the top of the 5th. As we're going to get a look at Coney Runnels there, joining Trench and Evan Shields up on the container.
A little bit of foreshadowing for that post-game 1 treat we've got for you guys. Should be exciting. As you see, regular in the chat. You know him as Evan Shields 98. And so do we.
I wasn't quite sure where you were going with that one, Tom. I didn't want to say anything in the moment. You seem pretty locked into where you were going with that.
I think I had somewhere I was going with it, but I lost my way. Looks like we've got a new poll Who's the Freddie Freeman of PLW? Andrew Leday, Jim Dodos, Nick Sansone, Adam Tannick, or Levi Lawrence? And Kiefer McClendon is going to be leading it off for the Lightning here in the top of the 5th.
Hey, can you tell Adam Tannick's a Braves fan?
I can tell. Fly ball right back to Wilson. He's going to catch that for out number 1. Retires Kiefer, and that's going to bring Anthony Michael to the plate.
Anthony Michael, PLW journeyman.
Started his career on the Snappers.
Yeah, originally a snapper. That's correct, Tom. Worked his way over to the Vaders.
I believe he was released by the Snappers, played for the Vaders in the Taco League as they won their way into the Premier League Wiffle. And then he was traded to the Cajuns. And now to the Lightning, as you see Greg Kelly snag that ball in foul territory.
Yeah, Greg Kelly, another PLW journeyman. I think he's played for 6 teams in this league.
I believe it's only 5, but
5.
Only 5.
Only 5. Only half the league. That's right. You play for 2 versions of the same team.
And speaking of Greg Kelly, he picks that one up, throws onto the backstop, and that's going to be in time, 4.62. That's going to be the second out of the inning. That brings up Josh Atkinson to try to keep this inning going. I believe Greg Kelly was a fill-in on every team other than the Snappers that he has played for. Was often here as the broadcaster for games and would suit up about 5 minutes before game time when a team realized they were a player short.
Yeah, Greg Kelly definitely filled a bunch of one-day contracts.
Yeah, the Bombers, the Legends, the Stonemen, the Night Owls, played in the tournament with the Night Owls, and the
Won
Snappers.
the tournament for the Night Owls, right?
Yeah, walk-off home run as you see Greg stops that, dives to his side, but spikes it. And you could see he said something I won't repeat on the broadcast as he was picking that up, and you kind of knew when he said that he wasn't going to be able to make the play.
Yeah, makes a great diving effort. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion between Jesse Capps, their stellar shortstop, and Greg Kelly there as to who was going to make the final play on the ball.
A fantastic stop by Greg, but perhaps hoping one of his teammates would run over and pick up the ball for him.
Yeah, that's going to put a runner on for Kyle Baker here, who had a hit in his last at-bat.
Kyle Baker slapped a single the other way in his last at-bat.
He's going to roll over right back to Jonathan Wilson, who's going to smoke the backstop at a cute little 74 for the final out.
And he's happy about it.
And he is stoked he just got that into the 74 range, which is kind of ironic because there's guys that throw 100.
Maybe Wilson trying to get out for some fast pitch. 74, that's fast enough. Greg Kelly.
Like we're going to push our surprise back to after game 2, if the circumstances allow it.
Should be a fun surprise. Going to be the first of its kind.
Yeah, something we've never done here before in the PLW.
Something, I'll give you guys a hint, something White Boy Rick has talked about.
Yes, White Boy Rick has talked about this in the past. Definitely involves one of his favorite players as well.
And we have Evan Shields, another PLW fan in attendance. Those are all the hints you get for the rest of game 1.
Also the first of its kind. I don't think we've had a stream fan show up that's never been to Hideaway before tonight to just watch the games live in person.
I believe you're right. Taylor Bryner leading it off, fouls that one off. And he's behind 1-2 to Jake Purdy. Purdy has been really dealing so far this game, really getting in a rhythm.
Jim Dodos wins the Freddie Freeman of PLW. That's not a good sign for me because that means somebody's going to be paying him a heck of a lot more here soon. Taylor Bryner just fouls that one off. I just don't see him selling out, though. That's the thing. More likely to retire. Taylor takes a 56. Beautiful low ball from Jake Purdy.
It's another pitch. It looks even faster than that, so Taylor probably thought that was more in the 58, 59 range. But thankfully, as long as it's over 55, it doesn't matter how much.
Yep. Can look as pretty as any way he wants it, and it doesn't matter. 56, it's a ball.
Purdy's got a big smile on his face. He knows he fooled Taylor on that one.
And he sits him down with the same pitch, Tom, at 50 miles per hour.
And they're a little John back and forth. Playful. They both got a smile on their face, but shuts down the MVP, and Purdy still just going at that strike zone.
Yeah, hard to be frustrated with Jake Purdy, man. I mean, that guy's just such a nice guy. He hit a single against us a couple weeks ago, and I took a swipe at him jokingly. And he was apologizing to me, and I was like, listen, this is competition, Jake. This is just part of the game. You don't have to be nice to everybody all the time.
Ryan Murphy with the tying run, representing the tying run. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Purdy.
Jake Purdy, absolutely dealing right now in the bottom of the fifth.
I believe he has struck out 5 in a row. Wilson calling time, trying to slow down Purdy. Bounces that one in there for ball 1. .52 rises right into the strike zone. Freezes Wilson.
No, Trench. I can't see who the contestants are on this next poll, but I have a feeling there's going to be some names on there.
As Wilson carves that one, flies out to the shortstop, Kiefer McClendon.
Ah, crap. Yeah, we're going to go to the top of the 6 here. As we're taking a look at our newest poll, the biggest temper in the PLW. Some familiar names on that list. Chris Warfield, myself, Chad Sparkles Phillips, Levi Lawrence somehow not running away with this one, Jim Dodos, or Adam Tanik.
I'm surprised Sasai didn't make that list.
Yeah, Sasai is the only one that's actually been ejected so far during a game for his temper, and he almost got ejected this most recent series over a very controversial fair foul call.
Yeah, Trench Pacone actually on the other end of that was the batter, and I don't think he knew it was gone. He was walking back to the batter's box, Chris.
Yeah, Sasai would not leave that one alone there the other night, as he was definitely not thrilled by the call. As this looks like a lot closer race than I'm really comfortable with at this point.
And there it is.
And
Chris Warfield takes the lead. Unhappy with it.
The action's really coming in on it here as Purdy
Fly ball,
gonna try
left
helping
field.
himself out. Warning track power. Really got to hit the ball hard tonight to send it.
Bruce Uson. He hits the ball hard.
Yeah, and I just got word. We're making the third change of the night. It looks like we're going to tease our little surprise here again, as we're going to do that after the first game here.
As you see, Uson with the little flare back to Jonathan Wilson. That's going to bring Kiefer McClendon back to the plate. Top of the 6th. Lightning could use an insurance run. As my co-host in the booth is participating in that poll. It looks like you've got a lot of wiffle ball points.
I might have a handful to spend here. As Kiefer's going to absolutely crush that ball to the warning track.
Just barely stays in the yard, and the ball just not quite carrying tonight. Kiefer really struck that one well, but flies just to the wall. Brandon Gregg able to reach up and make the play. And the Lightning with just a 1-run cushion here going into the bottom of the last.
Yeah, this is a very shocking spot to find the Lightning in right now, Tom. If you would have told me the Lightning would have a chance to win Game 1 here via Purdy taking down the Snappers for 5 straight innings.
As you see, Levi Lawrence winning the poll. You didn't have to spend that many wiffle ball points.
Whoops. Got a little trigger happy there on the votes there, Tom. I got to protect my own image here at this point.
Big swing and a miss from Harley Jr. And another strikeout for Purdy. I think that might be 7 in a row.
Yep.
Purdy, one of the league leaders in strikeouts. I believe he's 3rd in the league. And climbing. .55, another snapper goes down looking.
8 in a row, Tom.
Wow.
The snapper's last hope here, Brandon Gregg.
2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. 1-run game. Swing and a miss.
Snappers down to their last strike here. As Purdy prematurely calls the game from the mound.
Takes one out of Manny Santillanes' playbook.
And that's going to do it. Tom, do you believe in miracles? The Lightning have just ended the Snappers' 8-game winning streak on the back of Jake Purdy and Jake Slusher.
And they
2
snap an
early
8-game
runs.
losing streak for themselves. What did we just watch, Chris?
That is absolutely incredible.
And what are we about to watch as you see Evan Shields opening the gate and coming out of the bullpen?
Yeah, tune in to find out. As you're going to see some very interesting, unique in-game activity here. As
Antics?
This is the first time
I think we could probably call it antics.
Antics might be the right word. As this is a PLW first here. You see Evan Shields working his way down the Snappers' dugout.
So you guys just saw Game 1, the Lightning taking down the Snappers and snapping their 8-game winning streak, winning by a score of 2-1. Stick around for Game 2 right ahead and see what we have been talking about.
It looks like we're going to be staying here, Tom, for...
And here it is, Chad Sparkles Phillips versus Evan Shields, 98, ball 1.
And welcome back, everybody, to the first ever PLW fan appearance against Chad Sparkles Phillips.
Sparkles behind 2-1. Big swing and a miss from Shields.
And that's going to even out the count here for Evan Shields.
2-2. Fouls that one off, stays alive. And Sparkles, what's he going to go with here? Slider, floater? Floats one up, strikes him out. See you later, right at 55. Evan Shields, swing and a miss. And Chad Sparkles Phillips. And it looks like Greg Kelly wants a shot at this guy.
And here comes Greg Kelly. Going to give him the signature Sparkles cookie.
Grounds that one to first. Lines that one into right field. And that's a base hit.
And wow, and just like that, first ever fan appearance in the PLW in between game entertainment, Tom.
Evan Shields written a couple of those articles you see on our website, premierwiffle.com. So you can head on over to the website to check those out. Clearly a Vaders fan, got his Vaders t-shirt he got over from our merch store.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, Tom, where did you get that great-looking t-shirt from? Very, very well done. So you're saying the merch store. So where would these people want to go?
I believe
Tom?
that's on premierwiffle.com. You can head over to the store, get your favorite PLW team's gear, or maybe a team you hate, get their gear.
Yeah, you need some...
That's fine, too. Maybe he's not a Vaders fan. Maybe he doesn't even like the Vaders. He just likes the color purple.
Yeah, maybe just loves the color purple, dislikes the Vaders. You know, kids these days, they're interesting. You know, they wear things, you know, to make a statement, and you just don't know what that statement is. Do they like the team? Do they dislike the team? Do they even know where the team plays? Who knows?
It's a good question, Chris. Maybe he just likes their logo and enjoys aliens.
Yeah, that could also be the case. You know, we're in Las Vegas, Tom, Area 51, just around the corner from us here.
And make sure you get those wiffle ball points in for Game 2. Pretty big shocker in Game 1. A lot of people making those sharp bets won some points. And we've got Kiefer McClendon and Brandon Gregg are the two starters here. Kiefer McClendon going to make his first start for the Lightning after being acquired from the Cajuns. Brandon Gregg really taken charge for this Snappers team, and he has been throwing a lot of key innings for the Snappers, really taking that role. I mean, Taylor Bryner might be their third best pitcher, even though he's the reigning Cy Young.
Very likely at this point. Sporting above a 4 ERA at this point through 13 weeks. You know what's impressive to me, Tom? Kiefer McClendon is going to get the start in game 2. He just won in that game. He accounted for both RBIs.
Love to see it. What is he going to be able to do on the other side of the ball as Jake Purdy pitched fantastic. I believe he struck out 9 in a row.
Yeah, Purdy.
Did he strike out all 9 batters he faced?
Oh, he faced more than 9 batters, Tom. He came in the second as Jake Slusher walked out pretty early on in the second inning there.
That's right.
Carried them to that
Got out of that jam with 2 runners on.
Yep. And then never looked back from there. As Jake Purdy's going to lead off game 2 here for the Lightning as well. Yeah, absolutely incredible performance. I believe he did strike out the last 9 batters. The majority of them looking. Don't know the exact number, but definitely the majority looking.
And especially against this red-hot Snappers lineup. Very impressive performance from Purdy. And let's see if he can carry that right over into game 2. As you can see, Ryan Roosh is going to be our home plate umpire running that clock you see on your screen.
Purdy's going to take a strike in the top part of the zone.
Little taste of his own medicine there.
Yeah.
He deserves every one of those he gets.
I think these guys are very, very upset with Jake right now, so they're going to be coming right after him.
Brandon Gregg definitely putting on an angry face as he delivers the pitch.
Yeah, not thrilled to make the last out of that game. It's going to take inside there. It's going to bring the count to 2-2. He fouls that one off to keep the count 2s. It's going to fill the count as Jake Purdy looking to work an early leadoff walk on Brandon Gregg here and get them back to Taylor Bryner or Jonathan Wilson early.
Expect a strike here. He doesn't want to walk out early. And there he gets it. Fly ball to right field. David Harley Jr. is under it for out number 1. Gregg able to bounce back, throw a strike, and retire Purdy. That's going to bring Bruce Uson up to the plate.
As it looks like we have an appearance from Trevor Bauer and his lady, the Dragon Lady, working their way over to the container.
As Gregg drops one in at 54, Uson not happy.
Can't tell, is that Johnny Depp or Trevor Bauer?
It might be both.
Might be both.
Is Trevor Bauer Johnny Depp? Have you ever seen him in a room together?
No, that's true. I haven't.
Interesting. So that's how Dragon Lady can afford all those subscriptions.
Things are really starting to make sense now. We're connecting some dots here tonight, Tom.
Brandon Gregg, the lefty.
Bruce Huson going to work another full count here.
And another full count for Gregg. Expect another pitch over the plate. And I think Bruce is going to swing.
Oh, he just misses that one. Bruce was looking to grab the hammer with that swing.
And there's Trevor Bauer and Dragon Lady atop the storage container in left field.
And Bruce is going to get a good swing on that one. Ball's really not flying tonight as Taylor Bryner is going to be right there to make the second out of the inning.
Ball hit right to Taylor Bryner, and feels like you do everything right as a hitter. Hit the ball 84 miles per hour and still get out. Unfortunate for Uson there.
Keither's going to lay out that one as that hits the foam at 56.
McClendon, the Lightning starting pitcher, trying to help out his own cause before he takes the mound.
Yes, we got 500 of you guys hanging in here strong with us over on twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle.
And there you see left to right, Cody Runnels, Trench Pacone, Trevor Bauer, and Dragon Lady hanging out atop the storage container in left field as McClendon takes ball 3.
It's another 3-1 count here from Brandon Gregg early, looking to settle in. He's gotten out of his first 2 jams. Can he get out of a third?
Here comes the pitch. Misses for ball 4. That's going to be an early walk for Brandon Gregg. Thankfully, the Snappers split game 1 between Bryner and Wilson, so they still have plenty of innings left.
And this new Lightning squad, looking very confident, very composed. This could be scary for the future of PLW.
Fly ball, right field. Manny Santillanes makes the catch for out number 3. Brandon Gregg out of the inning, but not after a walk. Not before a walk.
Yep, Kiefer McClendon helping himself out there on the mound, working an early walk, putting a little bit of a dent into that Snappers' early game plan. Like you said earlier, Tom, Brandon Gregg really been ridden for a lot of innings this year so far. Definitely been a key part of their rotation, especially with Shane Weber being lost to knee surgery.
Yeah, Weber did come into pitch, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, but I believe the Snappers are also going to try to make sure that doesn't have to happen again. Weber hit that pinch hit. Maybe it wasn't even a pinch hit. As you see, Weber taking some soft toss down the left field line.
Yeah, Shane Weber, really fresh off that surgery. I think he's within the 4-week period of that surgery still. He ended up winning a walk-off Grand Slam game for the Snappers against the Cajuns.
On one leg, a real Kirk Gibson moment.
Yeah, very,
there
very
you
impressive.
See, after taking a bit of soft toss, Shane Weber perhaps going to be taking it at bat in this game as his team was only able to muster 1 run against the Lightning. Granted, Jake Purdy, a very impressive performance, but I believe the Snappers are going to look to bring the hurt in game 2.
Yeah, really kept Taylor Bryner quiet in game 1 as well at the plate. Puts a dent in his home run streak there. As he immediately hears me and is going to pull that one foul, but hard.
Ripped down the line foul, as you see third base umpire Adam Couts over there. Kiefer McClendon and Jake Slusher both acquired in trades by manager Chad Phillips. A couple of guys that weren't really seeing many innings on the teams they played for, but perhaps are both capable pitchers. We saw a decent start from Slusher. And let's see if McClendon, let's see what he can do. As it gets Bryner to pop up back to him, he calls for it, records the first out of the inning, and is able to neutralize 3-time MVP, as you see Bryner shaking his head in that third base dugout.
Yeah, manager Chad Phillips definitely on to something with these 2 new acquisitions. A lot of people question, why he wasn't giving other guys a chance on the mound with their season looking in disarray. Oh no. Is he going to make the play in time?
Looks like we didn't quite have the time up here, but Kyle Lohman, the first base umpire, right on it, signals for the out. Looks like it probably took about 4 seconds, maybe 4.5, but looks to be under that 5-second threshold to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that ball got to Anthony Michael in a hurry. Had plenty of time to make the play there as Kiefer makes a great assist coming there and cleaning up that dropped pop fly.
And that brings up Jonathan Garden Glove Wilson.
And he's going to poke a single opposite way.
Wilson says, "Why did I swing at that?" as he hits a single up the middle. And a little bit of luck there for Wilson gets him on base. And that's going to bring up Shane Weber.
Yeah, almost a check swing single there from Jonathan Wilson.
Shane coming off a recent surgery. Playing this early, probably not recommended, but he's doing it anyway.
Have you ever seen such a nasty shift for somebody in the PLW, Tom?
As Shane hits a fly ball to left. Is it going to go? Yes, it is.
Gets rid of that one. Welcome back, Shane Weber.
Shane running the bases. They should tell him to slow down. Oh, my goodness. Shane Weber unleashes on that ball And the Snappers take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And Weber shows you don't need 2 legs to hit a home run.
Heck, he almost passed Jonathan Wilson's there out in the bases.
Yeah, Shane really hustling around those bases, looking good.
Oh, as Manny's going to follow
has
that
said
back
that
into
he
the
is,
booth.
Has said that it, almost feels surreal how quickly he's been able to recover. I believe his physical therapy doctors have marveled at how quickly he's recovered as Manny Santillanes gets that one almost through the hole. Picked up by Chad Phillips. Fires it home, but I believe that would have been over 5 seconds anyway.
It's hard not to chuckle at what we just watched there.
Chad throwing 72 miles per hour at the backstop. How many of you guys thought that Chad Phillips could throw the ball 72 miles per hour? Pretty impressive, if you ask me.
He had 62 in him, let alone 72.
And there you see the Turtle Man himself.
Never seen quite a stutter step in my life.
It's funny because Chad's kind of our resident turtle expert, but he's playing against the Snappers. The Snappers actually aren't his team.
Well, maybe that's why they beat them 2-1 in the game 1, because he's a turtle expert.
You took that personally.
Yes.
He's got the scouting report on these guys. They're turtles.
He knows all turtles.
A lot of turtle facts.
It's like Carfax.
But even more boring.
But for turtles. Anyways, moving on from that, what's the most channel points you'd actually pay for a live AB? We've got a new poll up there. Take a vote. This might be something that we experiment with. Might get a flight in, Tom, if you're lucky enough, for 100,000 wiffle ball points.
Yeah, I'd probably spend
book a little bit.
I'd probably spend 500K points.
Yeah,
as you see, Harley goes down on strikes, swing and a miss, and that's going to end the inning. Kiefer McClendon, the 2-run shot from the one-legged Shane Weber. The only damage, as you see, a little party over there on the storage container. Some fans taking in a ball game.
Yeah, there was some talks amongst the PLW faithful that there was going to be a little bit of a gathering up there tonight, so I expect to see a handful more people coming up. Everybody was really looking forward to a high-scoring game tonight, and I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to keep seeing a lot of these 1-0, 2-1s, 3-1 games tonight. Just the way the weather is, nothing's really flying.
Yeah, the wind is absent. The ball seems kind of heavy, not really quite carrying. I believe it was Kiefer that hit a ball that Brandon Gregg caught on the warning track that felt like it should have made it out. So this is going to be one of those days where the field plays big.
Yeah. 113 to dead center, 91 down the right, 93 down the left. It's playing a lot deeper than that tonight, Tom.
Absolutely.
Very capable outfielders in this league, also with the ability to rob a lot of balls that are probably hit a few more feet over the wall.
Yeah, and even in BP, the ball wasn't really flying out of the ballpark, so I expect home runs to be few and far between, but Shane Weber showing that he can do it.
Yeah, it looks like a very casual swing as well.
Yeah, very smooth swing, puts the right spin on the ball, and it'll fly. Josh Atkinson going to be starting it up for the Lightning here. Ahead 2-1.
It's going to even the count there, 2-2, as Brendan Gregg finds the bottom part of the strike zone. Yeah, Josh Atkinson, a late round pick for the Lightning. I believe he was picked, I want to say 12th overall in this last year's draft. 12th. Really coming into his own here as he's a very formidable outfielder as well as a very strong hitter at the plate.
He's made a couple of great catches in the outfield to rob some home runs. Looking to do his part with the bat as he works.
And that's going to do it for Brendan
walk.
Gregg. Brendan Gregg is going to go one complete inning here.
Now that's walk number 2. You're going to see Kirby Bucket meeting Taylor Bryner over there on the pitcher's mound. Taylor Bryner, the reigning Cy Young Award winner, trying to get back on track. Seems he's back to 100% hitting, but pitching-wise, I feel like people have been hitting the ball against him, even when he is throwing well.
Yeah, it just seems like his nasty stuff really isn't that nasty anymore, Tom. I'm sure he's going to hate hearing us say that. but he's been kind of tattooed all season long. Starting out of the gate in the first handful of weeks, he just really hasn't had the complete stuff that we're used to seeing out of Taylor Bryner, being the former Cy Young winner and Cy Young runner-up, I believe, as well in Season 2.
And there you see our dungeon cam, Kyle Etter and Logan Christie, former teammates on the Vaders, but Christie traded over to the Warbirds and then the Night Owls.
Yeah, Logan Christie,
PLW
not a
journeyman.
name you would have thought to hear in the PLW journeyman. I think the injury is what put him into that category. We had him on the Warbirds for 3 weeks. We loved having him around. We had Sean. Made a late move for Brandon Mayo and Matty Levine. And it really cost us yesterday. Not from the sense of, Mayo pitched great. Mayo pitched phenomenal. I pitched 2-hitter in game 1. Just Sean beat us up last night.
A little something to prove, playing against his former team.
Yeah, Logan
seen a lot of
managing the Night
performances
Owls
like
now
that.
as well. Kyle Baker's going to poke that one up the middle. That's going to be a double.
That makes it all the way to the wall. Atkinson will score from first, and it's 2-1. That also leaves Kyle Baker in scoring position for Jake Purdy. And what you said about Taylor Bryner, I think his stuff is just as nasty, but I think the rest of the league has kind of caught up, and you're facing pitching like this every week. So you're not fazed by Bryner as Purdy lifts that one into left, but Harley Jr. able to make the play without much trouble.
Yeah, that's not going to get by Harley there. You got to really hope to find that in no man's land there, Tom.
Yeah, that ball floats just past no man's land.
Right into Hansville. Bruce has bad intentions with that swing, looking to make this a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, Bruce does not like the ball, apparently.
No, that's the hitter's mindset. He's going to go down swinging there.
And he does not like hitting the ball either. So he misses that one.
Oh, that's a sensitive one there, Tom. 'Cause I'm sure he'd like to get that swing back. But yeah,
Bruce, one of the top hitters in the league. It's not often you see him.
Jim Dodo says get up there and be angry with the ball. He sees ball. He doesn't like ball. He wants to get rid of the ball.
Yep.
Hit the ball.
Hurt ball.
Hurt ball. Guys like Taylor, Jim, Chen come to mind when you think about hurting the ball. As Keither is going to roll over there to Jesse Capps. That's going to be the third out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the second here.
Top of the third.
It should.
Oh, no, there should be the...
Yes, we were a little bit confused tonight.
Should be bottom 2, I believe.
Should be bottom 2 as the Snappers and the Lightning switch dugouts for this series, even though the Snappers are the home team, as we are on Thursdays. And Thursdays are the Snappers' home nights. They share the home nights on Thursdays with the Warbirds. I believe the Lightning share Fridays as their home nights with the Cajuns.
I wonder if that's why they've been able to make so many trades between the two teams with that same home night. Player schedule is working out.
Yeah, I know Kiefer McClendon originally, his work schedule only permitted him to really play on Thursdays, so
he was sandbagging. He wanted to get traded to the Lightning.
Oh, I don't think the Lightning's home games are on Fridays as well, so I don't think it makes much of a difference there.
Here on a Thursday, able to make it out. And getting the start here in Game 2, able to get through the first inning, but walked a batter, falls behind 1-0, or 1-1 rather, against Bryner. 2-1 count. McClendon looking to get one over the plate.
Bryner's going to rope that, but that's going to be right at Anthony Michael, who's making a great play to get the first out of the inning.
Anthony Michael with a great stop there, keeps the ball in front of him, has plenty of time to make the play, and that's the second time Taylor Bryner has gone down to Kiefer McClendon. McClendon, perhaps a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't really a surprise, right? Number 3 overall draft pick. Everybody knows he's got some talent. Is Murphy gonna send that ball right to Cody Runnels?
I think he caught that with his legs. Can we see a replay on that? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I don't think Runnels was expecting that.
That ball landed in his lap. He wasn't even looking. Ryan Murphy.
That's 2 home runs for the Snappers. 2 home runs hit right to Cody Runnels. Maybe he's a good luck charm up there for the Snappers.
That's now 76 home runs on the season for the Snappers as a team. They've got more than twice as many as the Lightning. The Lightning only 36 home runs so far this year.
As Wilson's going to swing and a whiff. It's strike number 2 there.
And I think Wilson was trying to get in on the home run party. Definitely swung as hard as he could on that one.
Yeah, Wilson very, very capable of hitting and back-to-back home runs here. Ooh, Wilson's going to foul that one off down the first baseline.
Rips that one just a little bit ahead of it.
Maintaining a 1-2 count here for Kiefer McLennan. It's going to even the count here at 2s. That's going to fill it up. Kiefer McLennan looking to gain some control to get himself some more innings here in this game.
And look for Kiefer to come with a strike here. Doesn't want to walk out. And he does. Right back to him, but he can't get a hand on it. That's going to be up the middle. Jonathan Wilson with a base hit. That's going to bring Shane Weber up. Shane with a home run in his last at-bat. And they're throwing at him.
Yeah, Kiefer not too happy.
Both benches have been warned. Throwing right at Weber after that home run. Showing some frustration, I think.
Yes, he's going to take tink. 51.
Screwball on the outside. After trying to get him off the plate with that hit by pitch. He goes to the outside corner, and then he ties him up, strikes out Weber. See you later. Out number 2, and that's going to bring Manny Santillanes up to the plate.
Yeah, Manny's really looking to get his night going here.
Definitely a batter that once he's going, he's tough to stop.
Yeah, at times, he has been the best hitter on this team. As Jake Purdy's going to run into the outfield to try and make the play. That's going to be 4-1-7. That's going to be in time. And
it ends the inning.
That's going to be a warning for Chad Phillips as he throws that into the booth.
He almost hit me.
I think that's a vicious assault from Chad Phillips there, Tom.
I don't think anything Chad does is vicious.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't even know.
Malicious, maybe. Vicious, maybe not. As we're going to see Taylor Bryner back on the mound here for the 3rd inning against this Lightning team, looking to even things up here. You know, Tom, I don't want to jinx it. I know we're super early. There was some comments floating around there after I said we might see a snapper sweep tonight that what if we saw a Lightning sweep?
I mean, you were on the receiving end of a unexpected sweep of the ones recently. A lot of people, if we said that was going to be a series sweep, would assume the ones were the team doing the sweeping. And in this series, we've got the same thing. If someone said there was going to be a sweep tonight, I would say the Snappers as well.
Yeah, the Lightning really looking solid. Chad Phillips really looking like he may have gotten the best of 2 managers right at the deadline here with his recent acquisitions, especially knowing a guy like Kiefer McLennan can only play on Thursdays just in time to play against these Snappers and keep their playoff aspirations alive, albeit very, very unlikely.
And another move, not quite at the deadline, but Anthony Michael for Devlin Daniel. I mean, Phillips making a lot of managerial, or I guess general manager, roster moves this season, and it seems most of them, if not all, have paid off for him.
Yeah, and we're also not seeing Josh Towers tonight, who was the number 1 overall draft pick in the Season 4 draft.
Yeah, Phillips getting his hands on the number 1 and number 3 picks in the draft.
It is funny how things work out like that. He turned the number 23 pick into the draft into 2 players, and the number 1 and number 3 players in the draft were really not dealt for all that much.
A free agentship for Towers, I believe.
Correct.
Those were
ended up in the hands of the Warbirds, and then the Sam Vipers shortly thereafter.
Off the hands of Santillanes. Caps picks it up, hits the strike zone, 4.99. That's going to be good for the out. All 3 umpires have that under 5. Great play by Caps. Great play by Santillanes to keep that ball in the infield as well. The snapper is able to get the second out of the inning, and that brings Kyle Baker up to the plate.
I like this campaign here we got
A lot of pointing. Not sure where to set the defense. Baker known to go up the middle and opposite field, so perhaps just going to play him as if he's a right-handed batter.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Is Baker's known to poke it up the middle in the opposite way.
And Caps shows his keister to the center field camera.
So I want to draw some attention here to Stone Anteater 48. I really like a campaign that you're running here. War Chicken for Commissioner.
I don't think you want that.
Not a bad idea, Tom.
That's right. It's not a bad idea. It's an awful idea.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Tom. As Baker's going to go down swinging here. That's going to end the inning for the Lightning, as we're going to see the snappers here in the bottom of the third.
And we're going to see this sunset, the Las Vegas sunset over those mountains. The sun has been tucked away, but the sky still blue.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous night here in Las Vegas. A nice 74 degrees.
You can see none of those leaves moving. Completely
Absolutely
still.
perfect. This is what we treasure here in Las Vegas in the late spring, early summer days. As before you know it, Tom, we're going to be looking at triple digits on a daily basis.
We're going to be in an oven in about 2 weeks, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to be baking like chocolate chip cookies, Tom. As Kiefer coming back out to the mound here for the Lightning in the bottom of the third, and David Harley going to lead us off here. Ironically enough, Kiefer McClendon wearing the David Harley Jr. jersey. I think, Tom, a really good business idea is to provide somebody with blank jerseys on tap, pretty much. Just have these jerseys available. Let's just put stickers on the back for these guys' names.
A lot of guys get moved around.
Yeah, the league has just got a rotation of guys being traded from team to team, dropped, picked back up.
Last night we had Randy Dalby pitching to Brandon Mayo in a Brandon Mayo jersey, as well as you see Harley go down on strikes there. Kiefer McClendon having a good start for himself, perhaps. Going to fill in a spot in this rotation as he gets a knuckleball. Bryner kind of rolls over it, but he's going to reach. That ball gets through Purdy.
That's going to be both over and low for Anthony Michael there, as he made it a great attempt.
A good effort from Anthony Michael to try to save that one in left field, but unable to get the out. Ryan Murphy now up to the plate.
Oh, this Murph's going to take 50 off the top pipe there.
Drops a curveball in for a strike. And Ryan Murphy not happy.
That should fill the count up here.
Murphy, not a guy you think about as being angry at the ball, but the more I look at him, he's pretty angry at that ball.
Oh, he definitely has a very smooth swing. Seems like a very calm, controlled guy, but when he swings, he definitely wants to hit ball.
Yeah, we might have to get him on our Mean Mug campaign.
Yeah. That's going to do it for Kiefer McClendon, I believe, because that was his second walk.
I believe that's walk number 2, but he's still standing out there.
I believe that's number 2. We could be correct. Neither of us are keeping score up here.
And we do struggle with counting. I guess that's only walk number 1.
It's not
McClendon has had a lot of full counts, but has been able to distribute cookies accordingly.
Yeah. It's not like I count for a living, Tom, so I'm glad we are okay there. Oh, wait.
You're probably going to get fired, aren't you, as Wilson fouls that one back?
Probably not a good look for me here.
Jonathan Wilson, big-time softball player.
So he's going to hold up there.
I believe he also uses the garden glove in softball.
Oh, I believe it. Wilson's very confident in his gardening abilities. Loves to try and send balls to the Garden of Serenity here, so I'm sure there's got to be a garden in some softball field. Stone Anteater really campaigning for me here. I really appreciate it. I think there's a 0.00% chance of that ever happening, as Wilson's going to go down swinging for the second out of the inning.
And I think Stone Anteater still thinks that Sparkles is the commissioner does not realize that it was an April Fool's joke.
And that might be the reason why he's campaigning for me as commissioner.
If
Because that would be a scary
If it weren't
thought.
a joke, I think I'd be campaigning right there with you.
Yeah, I think I'd be making a much stronger push there, Tom. So we're going to see Shane Weber with 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the third.
The man with one knee.
Oh, he just pulls that one inside. Hey, MJ Patrica saying, we're going to be approaching 100 here on Sunday. So that means get your rounds of golf in on Saturday. It's going to be freaking hot on Sunday.
1-2 count. McClendon does that sort of pivot pitch where he steps off to the side.
Yeah, Levi-esque, Mateo-esque pitch there. That's going to fill up the count after Weber swings at the first pitch of the at-bat.
A little bit of a flying saucer on that last pitch.
Yeah, and that's going to load the bases. That's going to be Kiefer's second walk. Looks like they're going to Purdy, Tom.
Yep, Jake Purdy, the ace. 3-2. 2 outs.
Last
3-1.
Last game, Tom, Jake Purdy worked out of a jam, got the last out of an inning, went on the dice up the next 9 batters. So I think Chad Phillips is looking for more of the same here from Jake Purdy in the second game as they're looking to keep it close
There you see
and potentially
Kirby
steal
Bucket
another.
going to get some new balls as he crashes into the strike zone.
Yeah,
Not sure the third base umpire has his KDL.
Yeah, the father of Kirby Bucket down there might have lost his KDL tonight. He struggled last night. Struggling tonight as well. He's a loving father to Kirby Bucket, but it might be time to separate the two between church and state here, Tom.
That brings Manny Santillanes with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Purdy gets him.
comes right after him. As Manny needs to take a second there to walk away from that one.
Purdy now way ahead, really looking to get the Lightning out of this jam, keep them within striking distance.
Oh, he's going to rope that off of a bystander. I believe that's Wilson's girlfriend over there.
Is she gonna be okay? Looks like she's gonna stay in the game.
Yeah. Ooh. Purdy's going to work his way out of that quick 1-out jam or 2-out jam for the Lightning as they're going to look to tack on some runs here going into the 4th inning as Chad Phillips is fired up down there. Look at him right now.
And Phillips going to Purdy right there tells me that he's going after this game right here in front of him. They're within striking distance, just a 2-run game. So they're going to try to win games 1 and 2 and then figure it out in game 3, not trying to save Purdy these innings, or perhaps they start next inning with another pitcher.
Yeah. Phillips looking to make a statement here with this Lightning crew saying he will not tolerate the disrespect, Tom, that he's received.
Yeah, the Lightning lost a lot of close games so far this season. A few balls bounced their way, and perhaps they're still in the playoff hunt, but unfortunately, it seems everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for the Lightning.
Very, very familiar with that, Tom. Very familiar, my friend.
The Warbirds also not off to a storybook start this season as well.
A lot of those 1-run games, like I think it was mentioned a couple broadcasts ago. Buck said it in his interview, actually, against the Ones. The separator this season isn't that one team is tremendously better than another. On any given night, any team can show up and beat anybody. The problem is some teams are more consistent and others are not in the 1-run clutch situations. And that's really where the separation has been created throughout the year. And that's why you've got, a 10, 12-game separation between the top team and the bottom team.
What a play by Brandon Gregg as Jake Purdy just laces that one right into the hands. He just sticks his hand out and makes a great catch. That ball caught him, Chris.
Yeah, that ball definitely caught him as that was hit really hard by Jake Purdy. Bruce is going to take 52 in the zone from Taylor Bryner.
And as you were saying about those close games, it's not even just the consistency and being able to perform in those close games and scratch those runs across. It's also the teams that are able to win games that aren't close, that are getting these consistent wins. The Ones and the Vaders, 2 of the top offenses in the league. And they can get runs so that they don't have to win by 1 as Bruce Uson strikes out.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, in the league, to be a top team, you have to be able to win both ways, right? You got to squeak out the 1-run nitty-gritty games, and you got to be able to just absolutely demoralize teams as well. And honestly, Kiefer's going to poke that the other way. That's going to be a triple from Kiefer McClendon.
almost gets that one over the 91 sign, right down the line. Just short, but able to hit that wall in the air. He's going to be on third with a triple. We've got ourselves a man on third.
2-out triple here for Anthony Michael.
Two
Looking
down.
to put a dent in this Snappers 2-run lead.
Tony Mike.
As he's going to swing at 55 out of sight of the zone.
Bryner one strike away from getting out of this little jam. Just one runner on, but he's on third base.
He's going to gas up Michael low there at 61. It looks like Evan Shields has come back onto the container. Anthony's going to foul that one back into the broadcast booth, keeping the count at 1-2.
I was sleeping there, Chris. Probably should have caught that one. Screwball misses way inside 59.
He's going to hold off that one there, bring the count to 2-2.
And there you see Shields up on the container. Big smile on his face.
That's going to be 58. Anthony Michael thought he was punched out there looking. But he's going to get a new life.
And there you
count's
see
gonna be
Michael.
full.
Smile on his face. That was so nasty.
He's going to work a walk from Taylor Bryner, something that Taylor doesn't do very often, as he believes he's the most capable pitcher in the league and can come after anybody in any given circumstance.
Now first and third for Josh Atkinson.
Oh, Josh looking to tie this game up as he pokes one foul the other way.
Looks like there's a lot of room over there on that first base side, perhaps just trying to slap a single the other way, get that run across.
Yeah, Snappers sport a very traditional set. Don't see a lot of shifts out of the Snappers as they have a bunch of very capable infielders and outfielders.
Yeah, often just playing straight up with the typical 3 infielder, 2 outfielders.
He's going to work another full count here on Taylor Bryner, and Taylor's got to be careful here, as it's only the 4th inning.
Lays one in, ripped to second.
That's going to
Brandon
do it.
Gregg flips
Taylor's
on to
gonna get out
Jesse
of the inning.
Caps.
Now is the time for the Snappers to separate, right? The Lightning have been nipping this whole game. You give them another inning of scoreless defense, then you never know what could happen in the 5th.
And it looks like Jake Purdy is not going back out to pitch, so who do you think the Lightning are going with here?
It looks like Jake Slusher is putting on another jersey. It looks like they're going to go to Jake Slusher to keep this a 2-run game. A lot of usage from Jake Slusher. That's the second ball from Chad Phillips up in the booth, Tom. Now I'm starting to believe in the malice, okay? Is
he going for you or me?
I think he's going for me.
Yeah.
We've been on some bad terms recently. Not really talking too much to each other these days.
I know you were trying to trade for Kyle Loma at the deadline as well. So
we don't need to get down.
You missed out on that one.
One man's opinion is that I missed out. Another man's opinion is that there was some behind-the-scenes things going on, and we can leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. I don't feel the need to get down the PLW rabbit hole this early in the night.
You've got a rich history with Phillips, a former Warbird. Some people may not know that.
Yeah, Phillips started out as a Warbird, then a Legend, then a Lightning.
A Lightning.
As Nick DiVella says, yeah, definitely some shenanigans going on there, buddy. I agree with you. Definitely some shenanigans. As Harley is going to lead off for the Snappers here against Jake Slusher.
I think the issue is that you didn't offer to meet his turtles in the deal. I think that was the deal breaker. As you see,
as we take a look at the
he's
turtles,
got the turtles and he's got Loman. So, the big winner, Nicky D Night Owls.
Ooh, as Harley just misses that 52 in the zone. He's going to keep the count at 1-2.
And there you see that trade, Kyle Loman in exchange for Slusher. A second-round pick as Harley rips that one into left field.
Balls are not going out tonight, folks, as that's going to drop well short of the wall.
And the ball just not quite carrying, and the Snappers still have been able to get a couple of balls over that fence, but just a 3-1 lead, still anybody's game here in the 4th.
Taylor's going to miss that one. You know, Taylor hasn't really looked like himself tonight. I think he's only been on base via 1 walk and 1 hit.
Yeah, he has not been the typical Taylor Bryner.
As
but he rips that one the other way.
Immediately keep me quiet as he's going to rip a double the other way.
And there's a double. And there's another photo of Chad's turtle, and there's Chad.
Also turtling, ironically.
Like father, like son.
Yes. Chad, a very proud father to some turtles. None of them snappers, though.
Ground ball third base, off Anthony Michael's face. Purdy picks it up, throws onto the backstop in time.
4.99 from our umpire up here, Ryan Roosh.
Jonathan Wilson now stepping in with a runner in scoring position, but now 2 outs.
As we have 470 viewers watching in with us tonight, as the Snappers are leading the Lightning here in the bottom of the 4th of Game 2 of this 3-game set here. Snappers were on an 8-game winning streak coming into tonight. Lost a shocker Game 1 to the Lightning, who just snapped their own 8-game losing streak.
Shocker and snap. Very good.
I might be just a little bit punny there, Tom. Oh, Wilson just misses that.
Wilson just getting under these, not quite able to square it up. 65, right down the middle, bit too hot. Phillip says great pitch after that one.
His eyesight might be going on him a little bit there,
Yeah,
Tom.
he might have thought it was 55.
Yeah.
And the speed change gets a ground ball right to Phillips, flips onto Purdy. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What a colossal error from the Lightning
And
there.
just so casually running off the field after that. That's tough.
Phillips, as an owner-manager veteran, has to know better than to flip to second with nobody on first there. That could prove to be costly. You have Shane Weber now up, who has hit a home run in this game.
That is just so tough to watch, and they were so close to being out of that inning, and now suddenly first and third and Shane Weber batting. This doesn't look good, Chris.
No, I hate to put the karma on Chad here, but I think this is going to be over the fence. Is Slush going to bring the heat there at 58 into the zone? Ball 1. Yeah, you hate to see routine outs just get wasted like that, Tom. Nobody enjoys it. Not the fans, not us, not the players.
Slusher doing a great job changing speeds, getting the rollover, and
he's
then
going to smoke that just not high enough. Josh Atkinson's going to make the play. And the Wiffle gods aren't going to punish Chad Sparkles Phillips there.
that is something you don't see often, an error not leading to a run, but...
Yeah, I mean, 99 times out of 100 there, the Wiffle gods punish. That's going to be a 3-run home run.
Vengeful gods.
Vengeful. Very, very vengeful gods.
What's this?
We're getting a live look, Tom. Is that
That'll
you
work.
here and there?
Yeah, this is not a live look. PLW Gaming, head on over there. We're going to have a raid after the broadcast tonight to check out Sean Merciel
What's this?
playing MLB The Show. Here you see this
That'll
catch.
work.
Amazing diving catch that he made in center field. That is to end the 12th inning. Would have been a walk-off base hit. We ended up winning the game in the 13th inning. And he's got some packs to open. A lot of different players coming out of the different card packs. Going to be in a very exciting PLW gaming tonight. So head on over there after the broadcast. We're going to have a raid right on over to that channel for some more
and then
MLB The Show.
That diving play in the game looks how Sean usually plays shortstop as well, making tremendous plays.
Yeah,
all
Gold
over the
Glover
field.
at shortstop, looking to get a second Gold Glove this season, as you see sort of the second half of that sunset beyond the mountains.
And you're no slouch yourself there in the outfield, Tom. Not a lot of outfield appearances these days with the need for you to go 9 innings every single night. But when you're out there, it's a scary thing to see when you clap your hands.
Baker, quick strikeout. I believe that's strike 3, and Bryner off to a good start this inning. Now Jake Purdy.
Purdy looking to help himself out here, really close the gap. I think they got to really close it up now or never, Tom. As you get into the 6th, Taylor Bryner goes into lockdown mode.
Yeah, I think the Lightning are really going to have to get something going this inning in order to have a chance. I mean, the the long ball is not going to be as much of an option tonight. So the Lightning are going to have to piece something together, and already 2 outs, and their best hitter, Bruce Uson, at the plate.
Yeah, this kind of weather, the great equalizer on nights where teams have powerful hitting batters.
Ground ball right back to Bryner. He picks it up, throws onto the backstop at 87 miles per hour, a very casual 87.
And that's going to do it for the Lightning. 3 up, 3 down in the 5th inning here. We're going to see the Snappers try to tack on in the bottom of the 5th. Really create some separation, maybe give them an opportunity to save one of Taylor Bryner's innings. So we're going to see Chad Phillips closing this game out for the Lightning on the mound.
Looks like Phillips now trying to save some of those innings from Purdy for Game 3, perhaps. Just wanting to keep the Snappers at bay for an inning, keep his team in the game without using their ace.
As we see Buck Burner making an appearance up on the container as he salutes to us with his signature hot cocoa.
Buck Burner, another Warbird, former player of the week.
Yeah, Buck with an absolutely incredible week just last week against the Ones.
7 home runs.
7 home runs. I want to say hit over 700 as well on the night.
Something ridiculous.
Worked a couple walks. Just, yeah, ridiculous numbers. What a miraculous night it was.
Absolute maniac.
Yeah, we closed out that great night at a little famous hole in the wall downtown there, Tom. We went over to Dino's karaoke bar.
Wow. Karaoke after a sweep as Manny Santillanes drops that one into left field for a base hit.
A little bit of a Cinco de Mayo celebration.
What song did Brandon Mayo sing?
Oh, those guys blow us away. We didn't even get a chance to sing.
Oh, really?
Professional karaoke bar, Tom.
I'm not sure what that means. You can do professional karaoke?
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit
Is that
later,
what people
Tom.
is that what people think when we say professional wiffle ball?
Similar to an extent, but the quality of singing did not merit guys like myself and Buck and Mayo getting up there and scratching.
I thought
around.
Mayo had the voice of an angel.
We haven't asked him, to be completely honest. 50-50 shot at this
Me neither.
point.
I'm making that up.
I know. I know you are, Tom. Oh, as we're going to see a pinch hit from Greg Kelly here in the bottom
Kelly
of the 5th.
versus Phillips. Kelly famously struck out Chad Phillips last season in a big situation for the Stonemen.
Phillips looking to return the favor here, I think.
Ground ball shortstop. Purdy flips to second for 1. McClendon onto the backstop. Looks like that one skipped off the grass. May not have been in time anyway. Just not quite.
Stone hater. Miles sounds like Fergie and Jesus combined.
I think he's thinking of Will Ferrell.
Yeah. I love Will Ferrell. Big Will Ferrell guy. More so Vince Vaughn than anything else, but also like Will Ferrell. Big advocate of how Vince Vaughn lives his life.
So you like Vince Vaughn more than Will Ferrell?
Yes.
CC Phillips miss up high with a riser. And the rest of his Lightning pitching staff has done fairly well against Bryner so far. Let's see how Phillips fares.
Yeah, Bryner been kept at bay for
Looks
most
like
of the night.
Purdy with a couple of words for Phillips.
Ooh, 57. Nasty pitch from Phillips there.
.64 miles per hour from Phillips.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to go with
Intentional
the...
walk. Tells him he's done with it.
Throws 3 balls, doesn't decide to throw the 4th. Phillips, perhaps a little bit of fear for the 3-time MVP. Would rather go after the rookie, Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, not so sure this is the right decision at this point, as Murphy is also a very capable hitter in this situation, and you could have just made this a 6-1 game as opposed to a 5-1.
I actually do kind of like that move. Murphy, a rookie, hasn't really faced Chad yet, so I think Chad has a bit of an advantage against these rookie hitters that haven't quite seen his delivery. Throws a different type of pitch from a lot of the other pitchers out here, so not like you're really preparing to face Chad when you're facing these other pitchers.
Yeah, he's lost it out here. This is going to be a walk. It's going to be bases loaded.
And it looks like Chad might be doing the old walk
Yeah.
to get himself out of the game.
Yeah, it's a traditional move from Phillips. Coined the walk to lead off season 3 last year against these same snappers.
54 off the strike zone, Chad. And when you see Chad go with his hands on his knees for more than 5 seconds,
it's going to be a strike.
He's throwing a strike almost 95% of the time.
Yeah, I would almost beg to say 98.83%.
But also sometimes it gets hit extremely hard.
Most often.
Misses ball 4, doesn't spend as much time as he needed to.
The old walk classic. See, this is why I don't like the strategy of walking Bryner when you get down the count 2-1. You still got to make him hit the ball. You guys have been keeping him at bay all night long.
Yeah, Bryner not
no
really
need to
having
burn a walk.
Yeah, Bryner not really having the best night at the plate. So maybe even if you do throw him a pitch to hit, he'll miss it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now you've got a bases loaded situation.
Are they going to put Anthony Michael into the game, or is he just playing with Kirby?
I don't think this is the time to wave the white flag here. I think they got to go to Jake Purdy. Oh, Slusher, back to Slush. Purdy walked out? I don't think
Purdy's gone into the game yet. He pitched one out.
Pitched
one batter.
I was going to say, Wilson's got to really pay attention to the series here.
Yep. With the bases loaded,
the only
got
guy
out of the
who's
jam.
walked out of this game is Kiefer McClendon.
That's right.
We can confirm Kiefer McClendon has walked out of this game.
As you see a great dump there from Kirby. Backs up, slams on those brakes, and spills the warm-up balls for Slusher.
It's
very well done.
Disrespecting Slush on the mound there. We're going to fill Kirby back up, saying, no,
Thinks
Kirby's
he needs more.
done. Yeah.
There you see the little wiggle from Kirby. And Slusher's not done with him. Slusher wants another ball from Kirby. Perhaps Kirby and Slusher have a history we don't know about.
Yeah, there could be some history. We know Levi and Kirby have a little bit of history. Maybe Slusher as well.
Or maybe Kirby just thought Slusher was Levi because he looks a little bit like him.
Oh, sensitive.
Little case of mistaken identity.
Could be. Kirby doesn't have the best eyesight these days.
As he doesn't have eyes.
Oh, Wilson's
They're actually headlights.
Going to bail out Chad Phillips walk there. So that's going to end the inning. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th. This is the Lightning's last chance to strike here, Tom, as they really need to tack on a couple bolts to keep this game going.
Yeah, just 2 runs, still within striking distance as you see Kirby going off the base jump.
Signature move from Kirby Bucket. He definitely has some hang time. Those beautiful 1.5-inch rims he's sporting there. The very bright headlights.
Brand new shocks and rotors. I mean, Kirby Bucket is a state-of-the-art piece of equipment. I shouldn't say, is he a person or is he a piece of equipment? I'm not sure I'm clear on that.
I think he's a person, Tom. I think we have to consider Kirby Bucket a person at this point in time. He definitely has the rights of a human.
I believe he's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, he might be a U.S. citizen.
Yeah. He was born in the U.S. So.
He definitely has more privileges than some players in this league, Tom, as well. I mean, he
he's
has been warned.
He's probably liked by more than half the players in the league.
Yeah, it's not.
Or, I mean, liked more than half the players in this league.
Yeah, it's not a common thing in this league. He has been warned, though, as well.
Yeah, Kirby, a bit of a temper, honestly. Yeah. I don't think people realize Kirby's not this sunshines and rainbows type of guy. Kirby's got a bit of a past.
Yeah, definitely can be heated at times, depending on the operator.
People forget Kirby wasn't always a bucket.
Yeah, he used to play in the MLB. Is McClendon going to take a strike there to start off the 6th inning? Kiefer spoils that good 54-mile-an-hour pitch.
I think for the Lightning to win this game, he's going to have to get on base.
Yep. I don't think that's the solution right there. As Taylor's going to
91 miles per hour.
91.
Taylor showing off that arm.
gave us a nice little grin there as he makes the first out of the 6th inning. Like I said, Tom, Taylor Bryner into the 6th inning. I'm not betting against this guy.
A tough man to bet against. But Anthony Michael, the former snapper, fouls that one off.
What is... James Stein making an appearance here in the broadcasters chat. Time as Anthony Michaels.
Tony Mike got his fingers tangled a little bit.
Grip on the bat.
Hey, I'll give you the go-ahead, Bryner. I'll give you the go-ahead when he's ready. Play.
The
And after calling time,
the ever stoic Taylor Bryner.
Bryner gives himself time.
Tries to reverse ice him there.
Stays in the set for a while there. A little bit of gamesmanship.
Oh, I love to see this. As Anthony Michael's going to check one down the right field line.
He's out either way. 499. He's waving the bat in front of him.
All right, and that's going to be just under the 5-second threshold. A little bit of controversy as Anthony Michael kind of wiggling his bat in front of that throw. And
yeah, I mean,
the snapper's not happy with that. They get the out regardless, but
yeah, I don't blame the snapper's camp there, as that could be viewed as some type of interference.
yeah, I believe if he turfs that ball or airmails it, I believe Anthony Michael would be out for interference.
Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger and call that interference there. That's just, it's not necessary when you've already rolled over. You just got to get out of the box. Get out of the way.
Kind of Bush League.
Yeah. Well, you said it, not me.
Yep. Only kind of. You know, obviously a little frustration as he rolled over one, but...
Yeah, of course. But, instead of, doing that, you can maybe dump a bucket of balls instead, Tom, all right? There's better ways to take out the frustration.
Well said.
And that's going to do it. Snappers are going to take game 2 on the back of Taylor Bryner, closing out the Lightning there. Lightning made a rally in the middle innings. We're going to a rubber match here. I wouldn't have thought I'd be saying this going into game 3, but these have been some really great close games
Yeah,
tonight.
game 2, a 3-1 final. Shane Weber with the home run. I believe Ryan Murphy also hit a solo shot.
Yeah,
So
all
that's
runs
how-
coming off the backs of home runs.
Yeah, which you would not expect with such a calm night here at the Hideaway, but the Snappers up to 76 home runs on the season. They're in the top half of the league in home runs, despite sort of light hitting numbers as a team so far. But look for the Lightning to really try to jump on the Snappers in Game 3.
Who you got,
Those
Tom?
bats. I feel like you got to go Snappers, but I think the Lightning are going to have something to prove here in Game 3, which is going to be right ahead. Right after this.
And down to you. And welcome back to Hideaway Field as we are heading into the third game of Lightning at Snappers. Lightning take game 1, 2-1 in a very surprising effort. Starting out with Jake Slusher on the mound in game 2, the Snappers are able to rally back and take game 2, 3-1. Who will win game 3 here in this epic rubber match we have between the Lightning and the Snappers? Tom, I never thought I'd be saying that coming into the night, but here we are, game 3. Lightning, Snappers, who do we got?
I mean, my gut tells me the Snappers, but this Lightning team came to play today. 2 close games. They were able to get the win in Game 1. They won a close game in Game 1. That's something that the Lightning have struggled with all season long, so maybe that'll give them some more confidence here going into Game 3. If the game's close, they still might think they can come away with it.
Yeah, Lightning looking to keep this thing alive, right? They're still alive in the playoff race, albeit a very, very, very slim chance. One would say maybe one thread they're hanging on by. Snappers were making a big push. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're still pushing up towards the top. They are well in playoff contention at the moment. They did have an 8-game winning streak just broken by the Lightning. Not to worry, though. They're right back into their winning ways.
Now they've got a 1-game winning streak.
Jonathan Wilson's trying to sabotage us up here in the booth, throwing one up, as I believe he's going to be the Game 3 starter for the Snappers. Wilson has really emerged as the ace this season for the Snappers. And I think we're also going to see Game 3 Purdy going to be starting for the Lightning, would be my guess.
And get those wiffle ball points in, guys. Who will win Game 3? We've got 164.8 thousand points on one side.
Yeah, let's get a look at that spread here.
We've got 27.3 thousand on the other. So let's see if we've got a run line here for Game 3.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at that spread. I see a lot of action coming in on the Snappers. Snappers minus 1.5 again. They did cover the last game, in addition to winning outright. They covered that 1.5. And looks like the majority of the action is coming in here, Tom, on the Snappers. 175 to 27. I think
it's kind of like it looked kind of like this for Game 1, and we all know how that worked out.
Game 1, very lopsided, Tom, in terms of the betting. A lot of disappointed bettors in Game 1. But, nights like this where everybody kind of feels a little iffy, right? You feel, the Snappers should do it, but we don't know. That's where teams that generally don't win a ton of games come away with Cinderella stories, win a series, really turn their season around, right, and make a push.
Yeah, I think, the Snappers, knowing that they're supposed to win this game, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for them. Is Ryan Murphy pitching for the Snappers, or is he just messing around out there?
As we're getting ready to start Game 3, I think Murphy's just messing around there.
Yeah,
I think
it looks like Wilson's taking them out.
The no-brainer is Wilson. He gave us a look. Looks like he should be the one they're going to here. Snappers looking to shut down any questions about the end of their season here and just take the last 2 from the Lightning.
Yeah, the Snappers really on a hot streak now, and at the right time in the season, too. I mean, you want to be at full strength at the end of the season, regardless of your record.
Yeah, I agree here. As we get a play ball from our lead umpire tonight, it looks like we got Adam Couts taking over for Game 3 for Ryan Roosh. Ryan Roosh moving to third base umpire, and we seem to not have a first base umpire at the moment, as Kyle Lohman has transitioned to Skycam. What a dedicated...
Looks like the stream team shuffling around a bit here for Game 3. I believe Gio Battistoni was our Skycam operator for Games 1 and 2. Had to leave early, had a previous commitment, so we're able to get Kyle Lohman filling in. Kyle, normally on the Lightning, now able to participate in stream team activities on Lightning game days. That's probably going to help our stream team.
Purdy's going to open the inning, taking ball 1 at 53 in the dirt.
Purdy, the leadoff man for the Lightning tonight.
Purdy's going to swing and miss there, 53 in the zone. And, Tom, let's take a look ahead here. Who do we have tomorrow night, Tom?
Tomorrow night we've got One's Cajuns. That should be an exciting series, and I believe One's Cajuns will also start next week, Monday's series. So the next 2 series are going to be One's Cajuns.
Yeah, we're in the second stint of the back-to-backs. That's just how our schedules were designed this year, where you're going to play 2 teams back-to-back. It just works out that the Ones are home on Mondays and the Cajuns are home on Fridays. So we're going to see One's Cajuns to get this week turned over. Because Purdy's going to go down swinging.
Whoever wins this rubber match, or whoever loses this rubber match, is going to have a chance for revenge next Friday as we get Snappers Lightning yet again. If you thought you saw some good series this week, you're going to see the same thing coming up next week.
Running it back, there's going to be a lot of grudge matches coming into the second week of the turnover. We've got Bombers at the Sam Vipers Tuesday, May 17th.
Bruce Uson flies one sky high into center field. David Harley Jr. camped under it to make the catch, but boy, that ball was way up in the air.
Yep, sure-handed David Harley. No problem making the second out of the first inning.
David Harley Jr., one of the best outfielders in the league. McClendon takes strike 2, and he can't believe it.
Still trying to recollect himself from that.
Still scratching his head, almost chases that same pitch outside.
Yep. Wednesday, Tom, we're taking a look at Vaders at Legends. That was a great series we just watched the other night.
The Legends outscored the Vaders despite losing that series, so they're definitely going to want some revenge, some unfinished business to do. As Kiefer rips that one right up the middle for a base hit, that is not going to get to the wall. Taylor Bryner picks it up just before the wall, but Kiefer McClendon on base with 2 outs.
Tom, has this ever been done before? Last night, the Warbirds outscored the Owls for the series and lost 2. The night before, the Legends outscored the Vaders and also lost 2. I don't know if that's ever been done. It probably has. We have to look into it, but just a weird little tidbit there.
Yeah, a little back-to-back on those. You feel like you outplay the other team, and then suddenly you got a 1-2 record at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
Speaking of not ideal.
And this is outside the zone there. Definitely not ideal. 56 outside. He knows it.
Wilson really kind of stepping into the ace role for these snappers, has been their most consistent pitcher all season.
He's going to try and get Michael inside there on the hands as he does the Mateo-esque step off the mound pitch.
A lot of guys doing that odd little drop step, varying their landing foot. And there he comes again with that same pitch, 58. This time, Tony Mike lays off.
You know, to me, Tom, more often than not, when I see a guy that's really mixing up his traditional throwing stance, I just say take. More often than not, it's a ball. I mean, it's very, very hard to maintain a consistent throwing pattern, even if you're not trying to do something unique, like the step-off pitch, the fadeaway pitch. You know, it can be effective, no doubt. It can deceive the batter, but I just don't see it coming in as a strike very often, as that's going to fly out to Taylor Bryner for the 3rd out of the inning.
And Wilson, a little bit of a quick pitch on that one, kind of does an extra fast windup halfway through, does get it over the plate, and records an out, but...
Oh, I was incorrect, Tom. We did not get the report. Taking a shot in the dark, I thought they were going to go to Purdy to start Game 3, but they are going to save Purdy in lieu of Chad Phillips taking Game 3 start. My apologies to the Wiffle bettors, as that could skew your betting.
PLW Nation's going to eat you alive, Chris.
Hey, well, when I'm not provided with a report, Tom,
unless they bet on the snappers, then they're probably happy.
Then they're stoked. Absolutely thrilled. No, I mean, I'm not going to take full blame for this. I took a shot in the dark. I wasn't provided with a report on the Game 3 starter for the Lightning. I took a guess, a 50-50 guess. I was wrong. It happens. You know, some of the best free throw shooters in the world only make about 75% of their free throws. So it's not guaranteed.
I don't think you're considered one of the best free throw shooters in the world if you're only shooting 75%.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, some of the best basketball players in the world shoot 50%, but they're
barely.
So I bet some of the best free throw shooters in the world don't play in the NBA. You know, some guy hit 5,000 free throws in a row or something in the Guinness Book of World Records, and he definitely was not an athletic specimen, to say the least.
Just consistency, Tom. That's all that matters.
Free throws, not the same thing.
Oh,
As you see, Cody Runnels just got traded from the Lightning, but coming to see his former team play, sitting atop the storage container. And Phillips ready to deal to Taylor Bryner. Intentionally walked him in there. His last at-bat gets him to fly out to second base. Kiefer McClendon with a good read on that.
And there, right there, Tom, is why you pitched to Taylor Bryner in that spot last game.
Yeah. If he threw that same pitch, perhaps he gets the same result. But instead goes to intentionally walk him, gets ahead against Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, I know it, Matt. I'm working with what I got up here, all right? It's going to work a 1-2 count here. Murphy just fouls that one off. Definitely wants to see that pitch again from Chad.
Yeah, looks like he just missed that one. Takes one way inside.
That's going to fill the count here early for Chad Phillips.
And that's another walk from Phillips. Phillips perhaps going to walk out yet again. This time, he's going to be facing Jonathan Wilson. Just a runner on first.
Yeah, the Lightning really need Phillips to dig deep and go 3 in this game to turn it back over to Jake Purdy, as he only has 3 innings left for the series.
Yeah, Phillips can be an effective pitcher when he's on, but with him already walking 3 tonight, it doesn't seem like he's got his best stuff.
Yeah, Matt Petrikis on our team says that Chad Phillips is very, very effective in small doses as well. This small doses would be about 1 inning in this moment.
Phillips often can fool guys the first 2 times through the order as he gets Wilson to ground out into a double play.
And I'm instantly going to be eating my words. As he's able to get out of the inning there. That's crucial for the Lightning here as they're looking to keep the Snappers at bay to potentially pull out a series win here.
And a great double play throw from the new acquisition, Kiefer McClendon.
Yeah, Kiefer McClendon makes it look very casual there, playing second base.
Effortless throw, hits the middle of the backstop. Not like he has a lot of experience playing the field as well, so maybe Kiefer McClendon can be slotted in as that second baseman for the Lightning in the future.
Yeah, he's really looked strong tonight for this Lightning crew. Put them on his back at game 1.
Atkinson grounds to Greg Kelly. Kelly drops and makes a fantastic play for the out. Look at this. Kelly snags it. And right off the backstop, easy play for out number 1. And looks like they're going to be playing 4 infielders, like you said, against Kyle Baker. Kind of a slap hitter, so hopefully just trying to take away those holes in the infield and hoping that David Harley Jr. can range over for anything that's poked over the infielders' heads.
Yeah, I think this is the best shift that you can possibly play against Kyle Baker here in this spot. This is great situational awareness from the defensive manager for the Snappers.
Yeah, Baker, a rookie, but it seems the scouting report on him is out. Sort of a slap hitter. Many teams have actually played him as if he's a right-handed batter, as the Snappers did in his last at-bat. He's coming after Manny Santianes there with a line drive in foul territory.
Yeah, not thrilled about this shift, looking to prove us wrong here.
And Manny, happy that's not a baseball. Otherwise, I think his life would have flashed before his eyes.
And Kyle's going to work a walk in the shift. And that's going to bring up Jake Purdy with a chance to do some damage here.
Purdy 1 on, 1 out. Right back to this top of the lineup for the Lightning. Big swing and a miss.
Hey, Glenn Meadows dumped off $400K on a single bet this year, Tom. You see that?
That is incredible.
That's what divorces are made of, Tom.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Wilson misses outside.
Tough to go home and tell the wife you just dumped off 400,000 wiffle points on one bet. Is that could win you several celebrity appearances now.
Wilson misses outside again. He can't believe it. Full count. And Wilson in danger of walking out of the game.
Instead, Purdy's going to poke one the opposite way. That's going to be first and third, as that's able to be contained to a single. That's a great piece of hitting there from Jake Purdy.
Yeah,
really situational awareness, sees the gap, finds it, and there's going to be 2 on, 1 out, runners in scoring position for the Lightning.
And Phillips runs out to be the third base coach. Kyle Baker in a tag-up situation here. The only time a runner is actually a base runner. You see Chad telling Kyle Baker exactly where he wants him to put his foot.
And
As Bruce Uson hits a
set.
deep drive to right field. Is he going to go? Are they going to send him? No, he's going to. Oh, but he's gone past the line.
He's gone past the line.
He stepped just over the commit line. Didn't look like he was really going to go, but then just just steps just over the line for the out, and the Lightning cannot believe it.
Oh, that's a crucial error for the Snappers there.
Good relay from the Snappers, getting that in. Wilson throws it to the backstop, and just one step over the line for Kyle Baker. That is tough.
Yeah, that's tough. And you see the Snappers played that extremely well as they all collapsed towards the infield there to make sure that there was no errant throws, make sure there was plenty of cutoff men for the outfielder there, David Harley.
And it seems like the Snappers and the Lightning were going at it a little bit there. Not sure what exactly it was about.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of confusion there as to if he was actually out or not, and he was 100% out.
Yeah, all the umpires right on it, see that he steps over that line. Every umpire giving the out signal simultaneously.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit too lackadaisical. As Kyle Baker wasn't aware that he stepped over the line unintentionally.
I don't think he was even looking down at the line.
And where's your manager who runs over there to counsel you?
Yeah, he didn't tell him to stop.
He never told him to stop, or he didn't hear him. I'm leaning with never telling him to stop.
And Chad saying, oh, man, I can't locate it. Unable to find that pitch as he bounces it in yet again.
The signature riser from Phillips not being located at all tonight. And this is a night for the riser.
Yeah, and I believe Phillips recently has sort of switched to throwing a riser with the holes facing up. I think you get a more favorable radar gun reading as the ball doesn't slow down quite as much as he falls behind and walks Shane Weber, and that's going to chase Phillips from the game.
That's going to do it. We're going to get a good look at AK sucking on a lollipop here. Yeah, that's tough.
AK caught on camera. Not sure if he knew Skycam was coming his way on that one.
So surprise, surprise, AK. Never be caught sleeping over there, bud.
AK like a kid in a candy shop with his lollipop. Loves his sugar.
Might be a Lil Wayne fan.
And they go back to Purdy.
Yeah, Phillips was really avoiding getting Purdy in the game this early, but it's absolutely necessary as you're in a 0-0 ball game at the moment.
And Purdy going to start running out of innings shortly, but going to try to keep the Snappers at bay until that time comes.
As Manny just feels like he's drawing the short end of the stick on some of these outside pitches. Nothing you can do there. Just got to smile, laugh it off. As he's going to sky that one to Atkinson. That's going to be an out. First out of the inning here for the Lightning.
And Jesse Capps getting, I believe, his first at-bat of the series.
Interesting. We're going to see both owner-managers make an appearance in this series in some form at the plate.
53 on the
bar.
bar.
Going to be welcomed by Jake Purdy saying, "Get out of here, Jesse."
Jesse wanting to get at bats, wanting to hit, but careful what you wish for as he draws Jake Purdy in this series. Swing and a miss, down on strikes. It's going to bring Brandon Gregg up to the plate with 2 outs. Purdy still really finding a rhythm here. Has just looked lights out all night.
Yeah, I believe Purdy has... Manny may have ended the strikeout streak there, but I believe going into that, Purdy had struck out something like 10 in a row.
Something ridiculous.
And he's looking to pick it right back up as Brandon Gregg just absolutely disgusted by that pitch from Jake Purdy.
That
Purdy
one
is
was a buckler.
Absolutely dealing at the moment.
Oh, man. Right off the bottom corner of the strike zone. Not really much you could do with that pitch, even if he had swung at it.
As it looks like we're going to be joined by a raid from Chat Pack, bringing over a party of 14. Welcome on over, folks, to Premier League Wiffle. You're watching Game 3 of Lightning at Snappers. We're currently in the midst of a rubber match as the Snappers dropped Game 1 to the Lightning and rallied back in Game 2 to win 3-1, and now we're 0-0 here in the top of the third.
Thank you, Chat Pack, for that raid with 14 viewers, and make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Ones, Cajuns. Great Friday series we're going to have, and like we said, you're going to see that same matchup on Monday night as well, so the next 2 nights of PLW are going to be one's Cajuns, and then Cajuns ones.
Yeah, the one's getting a lot of coverage recently with the makeup game, late series against the Warbirds, going into Saturday, making up against the Bombers, playing Friday and then Monday. We're going to see a lot of them in these last 10 days.
Yeah, the season really coming down to the final stretch, and each game counts even that much more as teams, as the playoff picture takes form.
Yeah, I mean, these are two crucial series for the Cajuns back-to-back if they want to stay alive in the playoff. The playoff run.
As you see McClendon showing bunt. Not sure if he pulled it back. That may have been a strike anyway. Rips that one up the middle through Jesse Capps. Taylor Bryner stops it before it hits the wall, but Kiefer McClendon with another base hit, and he is really hitting the ball well tonight.
Yeah, McClendon is looking phenomenal at the plate tonight.
Maybe also a little chip on his shoulder after the trade.
Yeah, and maybe Leday didn't give him enough time to develop there. I mean, we all knew he had constraints with work and certain nights of the week, so maybe the trade was a little bit premature. Leday did grab an absolutely solid player in Cody Runnels, but maybe he was just a little early. Leday may have given up a lot to get Runnels. As Michael's going to sky that one to Greg Kelly.
Looks like Taylor may have called for that one. They exchange a little words after that play, but thankfully Kelly makes the catch anyways. No harm when the out is recorded.
No harm, but you do want to get back to fundamentals there when a guy calls you off, coming in on the ball.
As Wilson
That's
throws
be
a
suspension
nasty
for Chad
curveball.
Phillips as he throws a ball in the broadcast booth at my shoulder. That is just completely unacceptable.
Don't worry, War Chicken. You're not actually the commissioner yet. You can't just hand out suspensions.
Yeah, but it's nice to say. It feels good to say. I'm just practicing, Tom.
Getting ready. Buckler.
That's going to do it for Atkinson as he takes that looking in the bottom of the zone.
Wilson gets him on two of those. Just unable to read that. Little cement mixer coming out of the hand of Wilson.
Looks like they're going to abandon the shift here on Kyle Baker, who walked in his last at-bat.
Still playing the field as if he's a right-handed batter.
He's going to watch 54 in the zone for strike two from Wilson. Wilson's looking to settle in here. Really calmed himself down after the early walk.
And Wilson really starting to deal now. Gets out of the inning. Still 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the third.
Yeah, both pitchers starting to settle in here. I think we're going to see a very, very tight game here, Tom. We could, knock on wood, maybe see more game.
Yeah, just both pitchers seem to be dealing right now. No runs in sight, but the Snappers, if their bats wake up, they can put together quite the rally as they've been on that winning streak up until tonight.
Yeah, Snappers not at risk here with Jonathan Wilson. The risk is with Jake Purdy if he continues to pitch in this game, as Chad Phillips is looking to make a decision.
Looks like they may be starting Slusher this inning.
Yep, looks like they're going back to Slush. He's been a great utility tool for them so far this series. This is going to be his third appearance in the series tonight, getting an opportunity in all three games.
Jake Slusher getting a lot of innings. I know he was unhappy on the Vaders, not really getting too many opportunities to pitch.
Yeah, I thought he found
Owls.
a permanent home at the Night Owls. When Logan was a Warbird with me, we often discussed making Slusher a potential acquisition. They're buddies, and he believes in Slush a lot. Slush has got a lot of potential, so I thought that was going to be his final stop. But I think Nick saw an opportunity, to go out and get a deal like Kyle Lohman, and, Logan forewent the potential of Jake Slusher for a known commodity in Kyle Lohman.
And now Slusher, perhaps, I believe, this series he may have the most innings he's had all season.
Oh, 100%. I don't even think it's close, Tom. He's going to be looking at going.
And it looks like we've got some guys hanging out in center field trying to get a look at what Slusher's throwing. They're trying to see what he's got. Looking over his shoulder to see the movement as he gets Bryner to swing and miss.
Yeah, they're really starting to scout him out here early. They've seen him make 3 appearances. Some of these guys still have to play the Lightning, so they really want to see what they're going to be facing down the home stretch in some of these critical games.
Yeah, Slusher, definitely an unknown, not too many innings pitched this season, so that's an advantage for him as these batters have not faced him. They don't know what he has to offer.
Is Taylor Bryner going to take that off the Tookus there to bring the count to 2-2?
Can you say Tookus?
I think that's okay. It's an old-timer saying there. Oh, actually, sorry, that's going to...
I prefer Keister.
Keister, gotcha. Keister's a good one as well.
And that brings up Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, I guess that was a walk. Fifth straight ball there from...
Murphy really has been seeing the ball well this whole second half. And just misses that one. Upset at that. Slusher makes the catch. That's going to be out number 1. 1 on, 1 out. Wilson at the plate. And Slusher perhaps not finding that slider. Wilson takes another. And Ryan Roosh, the third base umpire, says he did not go.
Yeah, I have to agree with Roosh there. It looks like he definitely held up there.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he offered at that pitch. Slider just missed that one. Wilson a little bit under it. And Phillips and Santillanes going back and forth. Maybe a little bit of animosity there.
Yeah, those are both guys that have been in the league since the beginning. And that's going to be 2 walks for Slush.
And who are the Lightning going to go to next, Chris? Are they going back to Purdy?
They've got to go back to Purdy here. I mean, what are your options?
And here you see Kirby Bucket finding his way over to the pitching carpet to offer those warm-up balls to Jake Purdy.
Yeah, I mean, you do have Kiefer McLennan left in this game, but I think in these high-leverage situations, you need to go to your reliable ace.
Yeah, with
keep
runners
this a
on.
0-0 game. This could be a 1-pitch, 2-out appearance here from Weber if all things go according to plan for Jake Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy just been absolutely dealing all night. And all those guys in center field are probably happy to see Purdy.
Oh, of course. I mean,
They want to see
look,
his
we've all
riser.
seen him for a while, but have we really seen Jake Purdy when he's dealing? I don't think anybody really has.
Yeah, Purdy has done well this season, but definitely some of the best stuff that he's had has been tonight.
Yeah. There's just nights like tonight where he just seems unhittable.
As he gets Shane Weber to wave and miss. Seems like he's hitting its spot every time. As he jams Weber, flies it right back to him for out number 2. 2 on, 2 out, and Manny Santillanes looking to capitalize with a runner in scoring position.
As Manny takes another one.
55, and Manny
55.
can't believe his luck. He seems like he's got every nasty pitch.
I think if my memory is correct, that's the 3rd time he's been started off with a nasty first strike. He's going to go down swinging there. That's going to end the inning. Perfectly executed high leverage spot from Jake Purdy as he just is out of control right now.
Gets Manny to chase that one way outside to end the inning, and the Lightning are going to roll into the top of the 4th. Both teams rolling into the top of the 4th, still scoreless. Who do you think is going to throw the first punch?
I really think the first punch is now in the Lightning's corner. I think that if the Snappers were going to come out and really take this game, they had to do it early. I think advantage Lightning at the moment, especially the way Jake is pitching, albeit he only has, I believe, 1 inning left. I think he's really the one that's the silent leader of this team right now, especially with guys like Lohman gone and Runnels gone, right? The guys that were looked up to of this Lightning squad to carry them. I think it's really Purdy. Purdy is like, he's not going to be your most vocal guy.
Yeah, he's leading
not
by
going to be your
example.
rah-rah guy. He's just going to lead by example.
Lets his game do the talking.
Exactly, and I think they're really feeding into his mentality tonight. You know, it's been relatively quiet down the Lightning side. Not an upset quiet, more of a stoic and focused quiet. is they came here on a mission tonight. They wanted to make a statement. Hey, we're not going away anytime soon.
And the Lightning go as Purdy goes. Fitting that he's going to lead off this inning. Pops that one up. Foul. Catches it himself.
Yeah, Purdy is definitely a pitching machine right now. He is dialed in. And he's going to be looking to help himself on the mound here and maybe tack on an early run in this inning.
Rips that one to short. Jesse Capps keeps it in front of him, picks it up, throws onto the backstop in time for out number one. That brings Bruce Uson to the plate. Uson, he's got the power to put one out.
Bruce, a very capable hitter to break this 0-0 tie. He's going to lay off 58 high.
Bruce, one of the best hitters in this league, has been quiet so far tonight.
Ooh, and Bruce just misses that one at 54 in the zone.
Nothing quiet about that swing.
No. Yeah, I mean, quietly, Bruce has been on a long skid as his average has dropped significantly from the low 400s to, I believe, just above 3.
And he just hits a weak dribbler back to Wilson, knocks it down, but Brandon Gregg is going to have to pick up the garbage. Gets the out in 4.66 seconds. And Uson is going to continue that slump.
Yeah, and Wilson sending a message to Purdy right now, saying whatever you can do, I can do as well. Really working his way through this fourth inning.
And McClendon, sort of in the opposite of a slump right now, hitting very well tonight.
He's had a couple nice opposite field hits. Is the main reason why they won Game 1, as he did bring across both runs.
And he's not trying to do too much. Not trying to swing too hard. And Wilson mocking someone in the Lightning bench. Says he's got the best slurve in the league.
I'm personally a fan of the Wilson slurve. Whenever I see that coming, my eyes light up.
Kiefer McClendon takes that one outside.
He's going to work a full count here. Wilson's going to have to come to him here.
Full count. Rips that one up the middle. Winning ball for Jesse Capps.
What a great play by Jesse Capps.
Does a fantastic job of keeping that ball in the infield, and then Brandon Gregg picks it up to get the out. What a play by Jesse Capps. Taking a base hit away from McClendon, and that's going to end the inning. Still 0-0, Chris.
Yeah, he forgot the pitch he wanted, hit the ball where he wanted. He just forgot that Jesse Capps is an outstanding shortstop out there for the Snappers. And we're going to roll to the bottom of the fourth here, Tom. Still stuck on zeros. And I really still like the Lightning to punch first, to be honest with you. I mean, if they keep Purdy on the mound, which
looks like they're going to be going to Kiefer McClendon, but McClendon did pitch well in Game 2, so just having to get through one inning before they'll be able to go right back to Purdy.
Yeah, McClendon very capable here. I think I like this from Chad Phillips as we're in the fourth, right? He wants to try and save Purdy for worst case scenario, 6th inning, possibly push this thing to extras if we had that direction. Kiefer is going to be looking to keep the Snappers down, and he's going to be facing the bottom of their order here.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Kiefer tonight. Despite not having very much experience pitching, he's done well, especially at this point in the season against a red-hot Snappers lineup.
Yeah, I mean, this entire Lightning pitching staff has done an incredible job tonight, keeping the Snappers in low-scoring games, as the Snappers have only scored 4 runs across 2 games, Tom.
Yeah, it's been a very low-scoring night, I believe. What was the first game?
2-1.
2-1 and then 3-1?
And then 3-1. So the Lightning are losing the run battle right now, but there's only been 7 runs scored total tonight. So a completely different change from last week, as we were seeing teams put up 15, 16 runs.
Even earlier this week.
Yeah, even earlier in this week, the wind was blowing out. There was a 12-10 game, I believe, from the Bombers and the Sand Vipers there. I believe there were 67 runs scored in that series.
That was quite the high-scoring series. A lot of home runs.
Yeah, I believe they set the record. What was that? On Monday, you guys set the record for the highest scoring series of all time.
And now we have the different wind conditions playing like this. Still 0-0 in the fourth.
As Harley's going to swing and miss. McLennan going to record the first out on the bottom of the fourth. As Brennan Gregg been relatively quiet tonight. Going to look to make a play here for the Snappers. And instead, he's going to roll over to Anthony Michael there at third base to record an easy second out of the inning.
Anthony Michael floats that one over the head of Brandon Gregg, who was kind of standing in that same spot he was.
Mm-hmm.
Now Taylor Bryner looking to put the team on his back.
Bryner abandoning the original hit stick in lieu of a new hit stick tonight. Hasn't worked out so far. We're going to see what he can do here as he just fouls that one back. Works its way up near the booth. McLennan working ahead here in the count.
Bryner also swinging a vintage wiffle ball bat. I believe that it's a wiffle ball bat with older plastic from the 1970s, looking to have a little bit harder plastic, a little more rigid, a little less likely to bend on a check swing.
Nostalgic.
But with the addition, as he lines out to Anthony Michael at third base, and that's going to end the inning. Kiefer McLennan gets the Lightning to the fifth inning.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 from Kiefer McLennan. Punches right back. Purdy's fired up over there. Excited for his boys. As we're going to take a look at Buck Burner saluting the crowd. Mr. Burner was Player of the Week, I believe, last week.
Reigning Player of the Week, Buck Burner, hanging out up there with Austin, Bird, Bull, Dragon Lady, and Evan Shields.
What a crew we got up there tonight.
And there you see Trench Pacone, Trevor Bauer, and Andrew Leday. We got a big crowd out here on a Thursday night. Lightning Snappers here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
You love to see it. You love to see the camaraderie we have in the PLW as we have over 120 strong coming out here, supporting in some way, whether it be playing, volunteering, stream, watching. I mean, we just have such an amazing community, Tom. I mean,
and I'm sure a third of the league is hanging out with us in the Twitch chat just now.
Oh, yeah. I would say so, if not more. I mean, we got really good groups of guys that have come together out here. You know, a lot of guys never met each other. We do things outside all the time now. It's really a great community to be a part of. As Greg Kelly's going to miss that one. Michael's going to sneak a single
and
past
Greg strikes a pose.
Greg
over there.
Be handicapped from that
pose. I thought he was hurt for a second. He stayed down for about 10 seconds, but it turns out he was just goofing.
Mm-hmm. He's going to bring up the hard-hitting Josh Atkinson. He's going to poke one the other way. Harley's going to make a phenomenal catch as that ball looked to be working its way down opposite field, potentially moving the runners into scoring position. Instead, Harley says, no, no, no. Don't forget about me out here.
Harley lays out, takes a hit away from Atkinson, and takes away the spark to what could have been a big inning, getting the leadoff runner on. And Jake Slusher, I believe this might be his first career PLW at bat.
This is definitely one of his first at-bats in the PLW. Not sure if it's his career first or if he's got a couple with the Vaders, or definitely not with the Night Owls. He wasn't there very long. So, yeah, Slusher getting an appearance tonight.
Putting the bat in his hands, and he rips that one down the line, foul.
As he's getting some batting advice from potentially the worst batter in the history of the PLW over there, down the Lightning sideline. Not sure if I'd take that advice.
Chad, I'm not sure if he's even hit a home run in BP, Chris.
I don't think he has.
I think he did once, but I wasn't looking, so I don't believe him.
I think he has more bats over the wall recorded than he does balls over the wall recorded, Tom.
That's got to be true.
Got to be true.
Rounds that one foul.
We do have confirmation. This is Slusher's first PLW at bat. And he's really fighting here. He's working up the count on Jonathan Wilson, who's a very established pitcher in this league. Yes, he's going to go down swinging there for the second out of the inning.
See you later. Wilson just dealing right now.
Welcome to the PLW. going to bring up Jake Purdy with 2 outs, 1 on. As Anthony Michael led off the inning with a single.
Still there on first base.
Yep, still hanging out there on first base. As we do have a runner on here for Jake Purdy.
Swing and a miss.
That's going to even the count at 2. As that was a man hack from Jake Purdy.
Purdy was definitely looking to put the Lightning on the board with that swing, but not able to come up with anything. Wilson bending that one around his bat.
As he's going to go down swinging, leaves Anthony Michael stranded at first base.
And Wilson is pumped. Lets out a nice let's go after that pitch. He's excited. And the Snappers now in the bottom of the 5th trying to put a run on the board.
Yeah, the longer this thing goes, Tom, the more it favors the Lightning, in my opinion. The Snappers have to hop on them now if they want to separate themselves.
I disagree. I think that if the Snappers can get this game into extra innings and Purdy runs out of innings, the Snappers have a big advantage as they've got a deeper pitching rotation.
Yeah, on paper, obviously, got a deeper squad, deeper rotation, but I think in situations like extra innings, it favors the dog because you've got people playing off a heart at that point in time.
Yeah.
So you can never estimate the effort that's being given by these guys. And the Lightning seem calm, cool, and collective. They feel like they're very much in this game. Obviously, 0-0 right now. On paper, the underdog. I just think that if we go to extras, I like the Lightning. I really do.
To use the Las Vegas analogy, if they get to extra innings, the Lightning will kind of be playing with house money.
Exactly. That's what I was really looking to say, Tom.
Expected to lose this game, so just to have a chance to win seems like a win in the clubhouse.
Bruce is going to keep that at a single. What a great diving play from Bruce Uson.
Bruce Uson does a great job ranging over there. It did not look like he was going to be able to get to this ball. He was getting to the wall fast, but he slides and keeps that ball in front of him for just a single. They still got the force at second. Jonathan Wilson looking to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Looks at strike 2.
Brings the nasty screwball to Wilson there.
Kiefer definitely dealing. I did not expect him to have such good command after really not being a pitcher for the Cajuns.
Yeah, really didn't get a lot of opportunities even when he did show up for the Cajuns. That's going to be a wild pitch, but
that ball bounces over the backstop. Not something you see every day, Chris.
No, I actually was mistaken there as I thought it was a wild pitch, but the correct ruling would be that he has to actually throw it out of play. Just an unusual event, Tom.
Yeah, we've got that sort of lip on the carpet. Hits the front of that and bounces over. Now Shane Weber looking to be the hero for the Snappers yet again as he rips one down the left field line.
A great piece of that. Just foul.
Hits the tree, falls into play. And now Weber behind in the count. I believe that was a knuckleball, Chris.
Yeah, McClendon sporting a nice little repertoire right now, Tom. Not expected out of a guy who hasn't seen a lot of innings on the mound as Weber spoils that.
That screwball yet again.
Yeah,
and
looking nasty.
McClendon showing he's got a few different pitches and he's got command of all of them. Another knuckleball.
Wow, just low. Bring the count to 2-2. Shane Weber looking to be the difference maker here for the Snappers. Instead, he's going to hit a nice spinner. It's going to come back, keep him alive at 2-2.
Weber earns another pitch with that foul ball. Right off the hands of Kiefer, picks it up, flips to second for 1. Phillips is going to try for 2.
And it looks like there's no way that's going to be 3-6-4, so we're going to go to the other watch.
Looks like that's going to be over.
Looks like Roosh is calling over. Definitely can't average that out in this situation here.
Looks like the other umpires are going to have that as safe.
Gets the lead runner. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th. As Phillips is contemplating challenging.
Looks like he thought better of it. Going to just go after the next batter, Manny Santillanes. Fouls that one off, and Kiefer again ahead in the count, doing a great job of filling up that strike zone.
Yeah, Kiefer doing a great job working ahead early, throwing first pitch strikes. As he's going to... Wow. That's screwball, Tom.
I cannot believe that Manny Santillanes got a piece of that. That ball was behind him.
Yeah.
Does a great job of fouling it off, though. Stays alive. But wow, I think that was on the other side of his leg.
Yeah, he might have caught that as a part of his backswing. As Kiefer trying to gas him up here. It's going to bring the count to 2-2.
2-2, 2 outs. 2 teams with no runs.
Yeah, that is correct. As Manny's going to go down, swing. Oh, they call the tip. Never mind.
Manny gets a piece of it. Stays alive.
As it did not seem initially that he did, but it was called right away.
Home plate umpire Adam Couch right on it. Here comes the pitch. Flies that into center field. That's going to stay in the yard. Bruce Uson makes the catch for out number 3.
Out number 3, and here come the Lightning. Top of the 6th. Now or never, Tom. Now or never.
Yes, still scoreless. The Lightning looking to throw the first punch here, take the lead going into the bottom of the 6th. And both teams just unable to string hits together. Jonathan Wilson dealing. Jake Purdy
dealing.
And
Kiefer McLennan dealing.
The combination of Purdy, Slusher, and McClendon doing a great job of stifling this Snappers lineup. Still 0 runs on a team that came into tonight with an 8-game winning streak, Chris.
Yeah, and don't forget, Chad Phillips also started this game.
Yeah, Chad Phillips also, the Lightning throwing the kitchen sink at the Snappers this game. 4 different pitchers, and the Snappers nothing to show for it yet.
Yeah, it's been working out for them.
Both teams leaving so many runners on base as well.
Oh, so many runners on base. Multiple innings. Snappers have had guys in scoring position. Lightning spoiled a scoring opportunity very early in this game when Kyle Baker accidentally steps over the run line.
Oh, man.
On third to give the Snappers an easy out.
And perhaps,
in the game.
Perhaps if he ran hard right off the bat, he could have perhaps scored.
We'll never know, Tom. That would have been a close one as the Snappers did a very good job crowding the infield, providing a lot of cutoff opportunity.
Yeah, and he takes just 1 step over the commit line. That was a tough error, tough miscue.
As Bruce works himself in a count here, 2-1.
No one else you'd want to have in the batter's box for the Lightning.
This is exactly where I'd want to be in my order if I'm going into the 6th inning as an underdog. You know, right in the heart, 2, 3, 4. Bruce Uson looking to walk.
Looking to take a walk. I believe that's walk number 2 for Wilson.
That's it for Wilson.
Or is that just 1? It looks like he may be staying in the game. Nope, that's 2.
That's it for Wilson. I thought he had a walk early on.
And it looks like Taylor Bryner is going to be coming in to close this game out. Or I guess not close it out because they still are going to need a score in the bottom of the inning to win this game.
Very, very tall task now from the Lightning as Taylor has been even better in relief throughout his career in key situations like this.
But still no one out and a runner on base. So just getting the ball to the wall clean could put a run across for the Lightning.
A clean double puts the Lightning ahead in this game as there's whispers that Chad Phillips might be giving himself an at-bat this inning.
That's a joke, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Just whispers.
You scared me there, Chris.
Never take the whispers too seriously there, Tom.
Yep. Not actual whispers. I get it. Took me a minute there. And there you see the PLW faithful. Evan Shields, Trench Pacone, Buck Burner, Andrew Leday, and Austin Bull.
Yeah.
Tuning
Evan Shields,
in from center
diehard
field.
Stream fan. As Kiefer going to take strike 2 from Taylor Bryner, 53 outside pipe.
All these guys huddling in center field, maybe trying to get an extra little scouting report on what Bryner's got as he misses inside.
Yeah, I love to see it come together. After 4 seasons, this is what we've been working towards, getting this type of gathering out there in the outfield, right? This is what this field is built for, right? It's a beautiful field, plenty of seating. Let's get some people showing up here as we take the back half of the season.
As you see Kiefer McClendon swing and miss for strike 3. We were also at really the ideal weather this
Perfect
time
night.
of year, so got to make sure you watch some games from the container before you melt.
Yeah, I actually pitched the idea to lead technician here, Greg Kelly, who's playing third base tonight. I suggested maybe one night we can get the wireless mics out and we can broadcast a game from the container.
That would be interesting.
It would be very interesting. Gives us a different perspective of the game, something we've never done here in PLW.
Yeah, we could try to interview the left fielder,
Yeah,
or perhaps just heckle the left fielder.
that seems more up my alley, to be completely honest with you, as Michael going to work himself into a 1-2 count here. As we've just had a signed Andrew Leday jersey redeemed for 60,000 wiffle points by E. Goodman, 106. Thank you for redeeming that signed Andrew Day 1's jersey.
Ground ball third base. Greg Kelly picks it up, throws to second. And they have trouble picking it up, but he steps on second. And it looks like
There
might
Phillips
be a
is going to
challenge
challenge
here.
it, as he does have a valid point.
Yeah, it looks like they may be challenging whether or not
As we see
Manny
2 flags in the
Santanese-
field, it's a double challenge. It's a
Can that happen?
double challenge from the Lightning, as they really believe he missed the bag here. It's going to be a close call. The call on the field is out at second. I don't know if it's going to be enough to overturn it,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's enough evidence here.
as we're going to get a good look at the stream team
There's
down
that
there.
full screen version of the replay.
Yeah.
And there you see third base umpire Ryan Roosh
It's close, but I don't
and
think...
Adam Couts.
I think
No,
it's
it's
going to
there.
be call stands on this one. My personal opinion.
After official review.
And there you see Ryan Roosh with an emphatic out call. And then another one.
Yeah. Ryan Roosh definitely won for the show, as he confirms.
Almost 1.5 as you see that, him ringing him up. It looked like he was shaking there. That was a little bit scary.
Yeah, I've not seen much of that out of Ryan Roosh this season. As
Atkinson.
Atkinson trying to make it a 2-run game with a
Atkinson just
beautiful
barely
opposite field
misses.
swing there.
Just barely misses. Ground ball to short. Caps picks it up, runs over to second, tags the bag for out number 3, and that's going to end the inning. The Snappers head to the bottom of the 6th with a chance to walk it off.
As Manny Santandes really enjoying the moment whenever he gets involved here. Fired up. That might have had a bad effect for the Lightning here, as Chad really just fired up that Snappers bench. And you know what happens when the Snappers get fired up, Tom.
Yep.
They usually tack on some runs.
If they can get some momentum, they will really take it and run. And it looks like we were wrong. I don't think Purdy does have an inning left.
No.
And they've got Kiefer McClendon here to close it, or not close it out, try to get them to extra innings.
I thought he had an inning left. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Purdy's got one. So I think Chad
Interesting.
is
Perhaps
hoping
saving that for extras.
Yeah, he's hoping McClendon can get him in the extras here. Really going to rely on his new acquisition here to push this game into the 7th inning.
And honestly, no real reason to take McClendon out as he is dealing right now.
Yeah, McClendon has looked perfectly fine out there. No reason at all.
Although
Seemed
perhaps
cool.
maybe you want to use Purdy's inning, before he sits for too long. I mean, sure, he's playing shortstop, but he might get out of that rhythm. Maybe they want to use that inning earlier rather than later.
Yeah, you'd hate to keep him with 1 inning and lose a game.
Ground ball right to Phillips off his chest, picks it up, drops it in front of him, picks it up again, throws onto the backstop. It looks like that's going to be over 5 seconds.
What did we just
Oh, no.
watch?
Oh, boy.
Picks it up, drops it, gets to the knees.
Looks confused as he stands up. That's a tough play from Chad Phillips, as you see him laying down in his Warbirds jersey.
Yeah, crucial.
Just like his turtle.
Crucial errors in these situations is how you lose ball games.
And now the winning run on first base. Brandon Gregg will just need a double to win this game. 58, just a little bit too hot. Brandon Gregg looking to be the hero for the Snappers. Rips that one. Foul.
Gregg
Just
showing his raw emotion there on the hit stick as he really wanted to end the game right there.
Just a flare down the first base line. I think he wants that pitch back. Screwball inside, fouls another one off.
You know what, Tom? It's almost like Chad intentionally dropped that ball to get to his knees there. That's what that looked like to me.
Fly ball left center. Looks like Bruce is going to be under it for the out. Yeah, I think maybe Chad bet the over on knee pads used.
Yeah, I think that he's definitely gone through a couple pairs this season. This is going to bring up the hard-hitting Taylor Bryner.
Looks like they're going to go 3 outfielders.
You
Not
weren't able
sure
to
if
avoid him here in the 6th no matter what, but it definitely helps to bring up Taylor with 2 outs as opposed to 1.
Yeah,
Gives you the opportunity to potentially walk him, put a guy...
A double does win the game, so the Lightning going with 3 outfielders right now, leaving the right side completely open for Bryner. And
Taylor is going to swing and miss.
looks like he's not trying to go the other way. So
Bring the count to 2-2. Yeah, you know, as I was saying there, you really would prefer to have Taylor up with 2 outs right now as opposed to 1 in the ideal situation.
rips that one right off the pylon. Foul ball.
No, it's not.
I think the base was just in the wrong place. And it hit that pylon square, so
It would not have been a fair
You
ball.
see Greg Kelly repositioning the pylon with the wiffle ball, keeping that one wiffle ball off the line so that if the ball does hit it, it's in foul territory.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most squared up I've ever seen the pylon get hit, Tom. So I think that was a good foul ball either way. But yeah, definitely want to make sure we have our equipment in the proper position here. As Taylor's going to go down swinging. It's going to be 2 outs here. The Lightning are 1 out away from pushing this thing into extra innings.
Kiefer McClendon. Balls of steel.
Yeah, literally. But he has a very tall task in front of him as Ryan Murphy has been absolutely on fire in these last handful of weeks.
Yeah, Murphy really been a big offensive contributor during their win streak. Rips that one right up the middle for a base
That's going to
hit.
be left side, I believe. And that's going to move the runners first and second. There is a runner on scoring position now.
Yep. Just a base hit through the infield will end this game.
It's left side.
It looks like they're going to send Harley back to second. Jonathan Wilson, just a base hit away from winning this game and the series.
Clean single wins it here.
But if the Lightning can get out of this,
I like the look for the Lightning if they can get out of this.
61, just a little bit too hot from McClendon. I believe he and Wilson have played softball either against or maybe with each other. They know each other through the Las Vegas softball community as Wilson fouls that one back.
Yep. Or both. You never know. Together, against.
That's true.
Small
A
communities.
lot of different teams. Whether it be a traveling team or a local team, recreational league.
This is going to bring the count to 2-2 here for Jonathan Wilson. He just misses that one. Fouls it off. Keeps himself alive. 2-2.
Wilson taking some aggressive hacks. I think he wants to end this game. The entire left side open for him, too.
Oh. Kiefer throws a setup pitch, backing him off to play here. It's going to be a full count. Here comes the payoff pitch from Kiefer McClendon.
Floater right back to Kiefer. He drops it. Picks it up, flips to second.
And
Are they going to get
they're
him?
still going to get the out. Oh,
that's going to
my
end the inning.
goodness.
The Lightning.
Oh, my goodness, Tom.
Wow. The Lightning almost collapsing there, but able to record the out. The game would have still been on had they not recorded this out. They still would have been in the game, but with the bases loaded, another batter up to the plate.
Great recovery there from McLennan after making the initial error. Recovers and makes the out.
Look at Wilson jumping in a circle on that. And we're going to have some free wiffle ball. We're going to extras, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to extras here, Tom. Like I said, I like the Lightning in this type of situation. It really favors the underdog, I feel, more often than not. So they're going to go to Brandon Gregg on the mound here. Brandon's pitched a couple of innings this game, or this series, but he did walk out pretty early in his appearance there, Tom.
Yeah, Brandon Gregg in a big spot here. Extra innings, trying to get his team back into the dugout with a chance to walk it off.
Yeah, and regardless of the outcome here, Tom, nobody could have seen this night unfolding the way it has so far. Lightning break the Snappers' win streak, put up a very solid Game 2, and now they've pushed the Snappers to the brink here in Game 3 as we're going in the 7th inning, tied at 0. These Snappers score early and often, and they love hitting the ball, and they've been held at bay all night.
Yeah, the Lightning definitely are going to want to get a run across in this inning. They don't want to wait any longer.
As Jake Slusher going to take 53 outside pipe, absolutely dealing from Brandon Gregg.
Really, everyone on both teams pitching well tonight.
Slusher's going to go down swinging for the first out of the inning.
And a quick out. Jake Purdy.
And if you're a Snappers bettor right now, you are absolutely shaking in your seat as this is a free roll for anybody hammering the Lightning.
Pretty much, and I believe the line was 1.5. So the only way that Snappers backers are going to be able to get their wiffle ball points is if the Snappers win with a walk-off home run. And it has to be with runners on base.
Bomb. Or you've got multiple played-out scenarios, right?
Yeah.
You can have two guys in scoring position, it's a clean double. It's a triple.
That's true. That's true.
There's a lot of ways that this can unfold in favor of the Snappers bettors. Oh, my goodness. Taylor Bryner. What a freaking play. Oh, my gosh, Tom.
Absolutely
Have you
robs
seen
Purdy.
that before from Taylor Bryner? That's incredible.
Full layout, reaches out, smacks the ball in front of him, picks it up, and throws onto the backstop. What a play, as you hear Manny Santillana say. I couldn't have done that.
That's when you know that was an absolutely incredible thing. Manny is a man who believes he can do many things, acknowledging the fact that he could not have done that.
Yeah, maybe he said he could have done that.
He could have. No, that was absolutely incredible. That was full extension from Taylor Bryner right there.
That's not something you see every day.
No.
And on top of that being an extra innings, what a clutch play, taking away perhaps a double off the bat of Purdy.
Yeah, nobody was out there. I think that ball gets to the wall there, and there have been runners in scoring position for the hard-hitting Houston.
Here comes the pitch. Fly ball,
Bruce.
right field. Is it going to land fair? No.
And
Taylor
Taylor's
Bryner
going to
makes
make
the
his
catch.
way out there and putting the inning on his back for the Snappers.
And we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Snappers with another chance to walk it off. And all you Snappers backers better hope someone either hits a walk-off home run with a man on base or a walk-off double with multiple runners on base.
Yeah, really a free roll here from the Lightning bettors. If you're a Lightning fan, you're hoping to push this thing into the 8th, Tom. 0-0 ball game right now, bottom 7th. Again, who would have thought we'd be here right now, Lightning Snappers? I thought this thing was going to be a disaster tonight, to be completely honest with you. I thought there was going to be a lot of scoring early and often from the Snappers.
I mean, for the Snappers, it might be a disaster if they don't win this game.
Yeah, this would be a Snappers disaster if that happens to be the case here. As they're going to leave McLennan on the mound. He's been looking very, very strong. Again, he's a rookie, number 3 overall draft pick. looks like he's been pitching in the PLW for a handful of seasons at this point.
Yeah, he really has looked composed out there. Seems like he's controlling all three of his pitches and showing some veteran savvy that we have not seen out of many rookies. Hello.
As Weber's going to foul that one back up into the booth. Tommy Gannon make a nice little dodgeball play there to get out of the way.
Yeah, I was a dodgeball champion in middle school.
Oh, I believe it. Very believable.
Shane Weber, the hero, I believe just 2 series ago with a walk-off home run.
Yeah, looking to be a hero again here for the Snappers, as he is really the heart and soul of this team. He's going to lay off that. That's going to make it a full count here.
Here comes the pitch. Lets that go for ball 4.
It's going to be a walk. Snappers have an early base runner here. No outs. Manny Santillanes looking to turn his night around here and pick up this Snapper squad.
Ground ball, second base. Phillips picks it up, steps on second. The throw onto the backstop is going to be in time for a double play.
Double play, momentum shifter. Lightning looking great here.
Great play from Phillips, taking it himself, gets the unassisted double play there. And that's going to bring up David Harley Jr. No one on base.
Yeah, we got some interesting comments here from the chat. I'd like to see you guys come out and try and hit the wiffle ball 350 feet. Highly, highly unlikely you even hit it out of the park.
Yeah, some people don't realize how tough it is to hit this ball.
Yeah, I mean, we got guys who hit 600-foot dingers in their semi-pro days, as that's going to be roped right at Phillips. Purdy's going to try and hustle on the outfield, not able to make a play. They're going to have another base runner here with 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, you and I actually competed in a home run derby in which neither of us hit a home run for 10 outs.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Even if the pitcher is trying to give you a cookie, it's not that easy to hit a home run, especially in conditions like we see tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really not. I mean, you got guys, semi-pro ball players, professional ball players in this league, can't hit the ball far.
Yeah, some former major leaguers that have had trouble in this league as Kiefer is able to induce the ground out to end the inning, and we head to the 8th.
Yep. 8th inning here. Lightning keeping themselves alive. Crucial double play turn there off of the bat of Manny Santillanes that really put a damper on a bid from the Snappers in the 7th. Yeah. Don't deserve to be acknowledged until you can come here and prove that you can hit a home run. How about that?
There have been a lot of guys talking in the chat about how, I would hit 500 in that league. Yeah. And then they come out here and they hit 150.
Yeah. Or 150 would be best case scenario for some of these guys. I mean, you saw it in the chat. Evan Shields said, holy crap, it was a lot harder to hit off Chad Phillips than we thought. And he has one of the highest ERAs in the league. So could you imagine facing a guy like Ryan Chan, Billy Santijuan, Brandon Mayo? Like, yeah, good luck, guys. Come on now.
We tried to help Evan Shields out and give him an easy matchup, but unfortunately, an easy matchup's still not easy out here.
No, I mean, we've been doing this for a while. Like I said, we've got a lot of athletes in this league that have played some type of semi-pro ball, college athletics. Like, it's a very talented league here, guys. We've got a very deep talent pool. As McLennan's going to foul that one off. I mean, heck, Tom, there was a time where I was the second guy in the home run race, right? I was second in home runs in that initial season. Now
How far we've come.
Now I don't even play.
Ooh, Kiefer, another one. That's going to stay foul. A bit of a spinner there. I believe if that went fair, it would have taken at least 5 seconds.
Yeah, smart play there from Greg Kelly, keeping that ball foul.
And McClendon looking to get something started. Still scoreless in the 8th. What a game, Chris.
Yeah.
Slow ground ball. Greg picks it up, throws onto the backstop. That's going to be out number 1, and just both teams cruising. You know, they've had some runners left on base, but it seems like the pitchers and defenders have been in control all night. Just 7 runs scored still in this entire series.
Yeah, 7 total runs, which is the same amount of runs that was put up in one game last night. it just goes to show you the weather makes a massive difference when you're playing wiffle ball. There's been a lot of warning track power balls tonight that on windier nights would be out of here.
Yeah, the ball's very light, very susceptible to that wind. Even a gentle breeze blowing in can really neutralize the offense as we've seen tonight. Misses again. And Anthony Michael trying to be the spark for this Lightning lineup. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's going to bring Josh Atkinson to the plate. Two down. And the Lightning looking to get something going. If they don't score here, it's not looking good. You can only keep the Snappers offense down for so long.
Yeah, 7 scoreless in its own is pretty incredible from this Lightning pitching staff. And it's actually probably closer to, what, 10? 10 scoreless?
That sounds about right.
As the Snappers jumped out to an early lead in Game 2 and didn't score in the latter innings.
Yeah, and I think even if the Lightning do drop this game, I think it's a good morale boost, showing that they can hang with the Snappers, really give them a scare, take that first game, but at the same time, going all the way to the 8th inning just to get walked off on is pretty demoralizing.
Oh, my goodness, folks.
You weren't lying about those whispers.
I was not lying about the whispers.
I mean, you might have been lying about the whispers, but Chad Phillips is stepping in.
Yeah. As Atkinson works a walk off of Brandon Gregg, and we're going to see a Chad Sparkles Phillips appearance.
Sparkles, his first at-bat in weeks, coming in the the top of the 8th inning of Game 3 here with the series on the line. I don't know about this decision, Chris.
Does he hit his first career home run here, Tom?
I think he's trying to work a walk.
Yeah, I think that's why he did this. I think he's trying to work a walk. I really don't see why he would ever swing the bat.
And maybe he should have.
Now he probably should start trying to swing the bat. Chad, this isn't season 1 anymore, guy. Guys can throw strikes on command now. There's no such thing as working a walk because a pitcher can't locate the zone.
Maybe you're going to have to eat your words here, Chris. Perhaps that's what we're about to see.
Yeah, I'll eat them if I have to, but, I mean, this is a much different league from the days of Chad preaching walks all the way into the 6th inning.
But suddenly, Chad working a 3-2 count.
I'll believe it when I see it, Tom.
And Chad, you have to imagine he's giving himself the red light, right, Chris?
Yeah, I think he's given himself the red light since he came into the league.
And that's ball 4. Phillips works a walk, and now a runner in scoring position. Brandon Gregg has walked out of the game.
Oh, my goodness, folks.
And the Snappers, are they going to Shane Weber, the man on one leg? And look how excited Chad Phillips is.
Things today.
When's the last time Chad Phillips got on base?
I'd say 2 seasons. 2 seasons is my bet.
Yeah, I think he was on the Warbirds, perhaps.
Perhaps.
No, that's not true. I think he actually had a 4-hit series one.
Yeah, I think
he
had a
might have been
good
a 4-hit
series
game
last season against somebody when he was playing with the Lightning. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing things that we've never seen before out of Chad Phillips. Absolutely incredible to work a walk in that situation.
I can honestly say I've seen it all now. We've seen it all.
We have seen it all in PLW. Tom, you and I have been here for quite some time now. We've seen Chad insert himself in crucial situations. This is the first time we've really seen it work out. As he's fist pumping over there on the sideline, he's
still riding the high of that walk.
Yeah, that was an incredible
walk. He's showing where the
Chad
ball
Phillips
was going. You can see Phillips down that first base line showing he threw me a screwball and then a slider up.
Yeah.
And Chad's going to remember this walk for years to come.
This is a shining moment in Chad's PLW career here. Working a walk in the top of the 8th inning against the Snappers, right? That is something he's going to hang on his mantle forever,
And now,
regardless of the outcome of this game.
Now Jake Purdy facing Shane Weber. Weber coming in for the first time to pitch this series. Let's see what he's got. Jake Purdy at the plate. Knuckleball misses outside. Fly ball, right field. Is it going to go? No, it stays in the park.
Goodness.
Jake
How
Purdy.
does that stay in the park, Tom?
It looked like Jake Purdy got all of that ball, but like I was saying before, a gentle breeze blowing in is enough to knock these balls down. The wiffle ball very light and susceptible to wind, but Purdy, another case of it seems like you do everything right as a batter and still get out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely pimped that ball there off of Shane Weber. Probably only really had another 2 feet to go before it was over the head of Ryan Murphy there. Instead, falls at the warning track. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. This is incredible.
I think everyone except Ryan Murphy thought that ball was gone.
Yeah, I think the snappers were definitely sweating there. Cheers, Beauty. Emily says, oh my goodness, thank gosh. That's incredible. The snappers, bettors are saying, oh my goodness, we're alive. Barely, but we're alive.
Hideaway Field playing big tonight as we've seen both teams just struggle to score runs, and that's why we're at a 0-0 game in the 8th inning.
Yeah, and this is the kind of guy here at the plate that can put an end to a 0-0 game here.
This might be a one-pitch inning.
Oh, he wanted to make it a one-pitch
was
inning
trying.
with that swing. Taylor Bryner really feeling it, wants to end this game right here, right now.
Yeah, Bryner hasn't looked like himself tonight, but if he hits a home run here, all is forgiven.
You know what I'm noticing here is Taylor Bryner has his traditional hit stick that him and Shane Weber have been using for quite some time. He's switched up the bat 3 times tonight.
Yeah,
now.
using several different bats in this game.
Really trying to get comfortable here, and he just hasn't been able to find it.
Rips it down the line. That's going to get to the wall for a double.
Double.
The winning run in scoring position with nobody out here for the Snappers. And if you're the Lightning, do you hit the panic button? I believe, do they still have that inning from Purdy? Why wouldn't they have used it yet if they do have it?
Yeah, I'm very surprised now that they haven't gone to Purdy. Although McLennan's been dealing. McLennan has been dealing.
I think perhaps Purdy's already run out of innings, and it's just we have miscounted because we're not very good at counting.
No, we better. Lead umpire confirm.
Fly ball. Kiefer on the run makes the catch. Almost runs over manager Chad Phillips. That's going to bring Jonathan Wilson to the plate. 1 out. And the winning run in scoring position.
McLennan, 56.
56, and Wilson knew it.
What the heck is Bird doing up there with the flashlight? You see that?
I did not see that. Bird perhaps trying to interfere.
Ooh, Wilson going to swing and miss at 48. Down and in.
Bird, perhaps on the container with his cell phone, realizes something big is going to happen if the Snappers win this game. As Wilson flies that one into left. Caught by Josh Atkinson for out number 2.
Camped under that one. And now the Bash brothers have an opportunity to end this game right here. Cover the spread for the Snappers bettors. Shane Weber looking to drive home his fellow brother in Taylor Bryner.
Loops that one to short, right into the hands of Purdy.
And we're going to 9, Tom.
We're heading to the 9th inning. And what a game, still knotted at zeros, Chris.
0-0 going into the 9th inning. This is not the team I would have expected to see in the 9th inning of a game. The Snappers crush the ball. The Lightning, not so much. But they're putting up a very valiant effort at the moment. And you got to really think, they're really excited about this new look Lightning squad as Chad is smiling ear to ear over there, probably still reminiscing that walk that he might never get the opportunity to do again. But this is officially now the longest game in PLW history, I believe. We've had multiple games go into the 8th. No matter what, we have to see a bottom of the 9th here unless we have absolute a catastrophe, and it's 15 runs now, but I don't think we're going to see that.
I believe we have seen a game go into the 9th already. So
But have we seen a bottom of the 9th, Tom?
Ooh, that is a good question. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that this might go 10.
I'd love to see that. I remember a lot of 8-inning games. You may be correct on the 9. I definitely remember a lot of 8-inning games. I've partaken in at least 2 myself.
Yeah, you had 2 against the Lightning in the same series.
Yeah. The lights were off.
This Weber drops that one in at 44, freezes Yuson.
Ooh, Bruce fouls that one off to stay alive.
Yuson earns an extra pitch there. Kind of chasing, but as long as he gets a piece of it, all is forgiven. Let's see what he's got.
And that's going to fill the count here. Bruce Yuson looking to work a crucial base out of Shane Weber early. It looks like we've been corrected. Cajun went 9 8 weeks ago. Oh, no. Yuson goes down swinging.
Already 1 out for the Lightning. Shane Weber on 1 leg, looking to will his team to victory. Knuckleball flares the other way.
Field.
Is that going to be a fair or a foul ball? Looks like it didn't go
call?
in front of the pylon, but looks like we got a foul ball called by Ryan Roosh.
I don't think this is AK's call here, as he has absolutely no angle on this ball.
Oh, line drive into center field. Is that going to make it to the wall? Yes,
no.
it is. Kiefer McClendon is going to be on second base with a double. Maybe the Snappers wanted that to be a fair ball.
The usual sure-handed David Harley misses that dive to contain it to a single. And now we have a runner in scoring position for Anthony Michael.
Just 1 out. A base hit that gets through the infield cleanly will score the run from second. As Michael takes 56 into the pan for ball 1. Knuckleball, another 56.
Again, 2 filthy pitches from Weber. 2 unfortunate readings on the radar gun.
Ground ball, third base. That's going to stay foul. It looks like we have another troll in the chat saying that these are all just a bunch of average players. Someone needs to come out here and lose to us.
Yeah,
Get humbled.
Anthony Michael takes a walk there. Yeah, I don't even... Honestly, guys like that, we don't even need to acknowledge, Tom. I mean, they're not even worth the time of day in a chat like this. Everybody who's seen the PLW for seasons on end understands what's going on out here, understands the difficulty, right? If you want to get leveled, come on out. Heck, we'll pay for you to come out here and get leveled. It's not worth our time, though, to prove it to you that we're this good. This league is incredible. One of the top leagues in the nation. Nobody's asking questions about that. I mean, heck, Tom, you've played all over the world.
Yeah, and I'm batting 280.
Exactly. You're one more series away from not being in the Stan Vipers lineup.
Yeah, I actually wasn't in the starting lineup a couple series ago.
Yeah. You're the only compensated wiffle ball player in the world, Tom.
There's a couple of them.
Compensated.
Yeah. Ground ball to short. Jesse Capps in front of it. Throws to third. Back to second. They're going to have the double play. That gets them out of the inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Still 0-0, Chris.
Demoralizing double play there from the Lightning as they had 2 runners on base, 1 out, looking to tack on a run there and potentially steal one from the Snappers. Now I believe all the momentum sits with the Snappers camp as we're in the bottom of the ninth, and that is definitely a spirit-crushing double play there.
Yeah, Jake Tiger 99. I think whoever's hitting is going to win.
At this point, yeah, I mean, it's...
Whoever's up, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to score, and then they don't. And then I think the other team's up, and they're going to score, and then they don't. That's happened for 9 straight innings.
Yeah, I would love to see another one here, but advantage Snappers at the moment. As Trench making an interesting comment here. Chad Phillips does lead off the 10th inning. If we get there, Phillips leads off.
I would not be surprised to see him pinch hit for himself.
That'd be incredible. That's never been done before.
I think that's been done before.
A player pinch hitting for themselves, Tom.
No, I'm saying have somebody else
Have
pinch
somebody
hit for
else.
him,
That's I knew what you meant. I just wanted to
as he's the manager.
toy you back with the semantics there, bud.
Manny flares that one, foul down the third base line.
Yeah, they're really riding out Kiefer McLennan here. Things are getting interesting, though, with the innings counts. I'm curious to see, Chad Phillips is usually pretty on top of all this, so I'm sure he's aware, but I'm interested to see where everybody's at now that we are in the 9th inning of this this tight series.
Yeah, if this game keeps going on, both teams are going to start running out of pitchers, and we're going to see a fly ball to left. Is it going to be enough? No, Josh Atkinson makes the play at the wall.
Goodness. What a catch
What
by
are we
Josh
watching?
Atkinson.
And Bruce Uson does his best attempt to knock that ball out of Atkinson's hands.
Yeah, Huson was there in support, although I'm not sure what he could have done, as he was definitely standing in Atkinson's shadows at that point in time.
Atkinson says, "Get off me." David Harley Jr. going to try to get something started for the Snappers after that loud out from Santillanes. Rips that one. Is that going to go off the cheers beauty sign for a triple? David Harley Jr., I believe that's his 5th triple of the season. One of the league leaders in that category. And now, just a base hit, even a reached on error, would win the game for the Snappers. Even a sacrifice fly if Brandon Gregg can put the ball out there.
Yeah.
David Harley Jr. with some speed, he would definitely be going on a deep fly ball.
That is a massive triple there from David Harley, Tom.
And that Snappers, win percentage has gone way up with.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're watching the StatCast, right, you're watching the graphs, you're seeing the Snappers just go absolutely skyrocketing right now on that StatCast prediction to win the game.
Bounces one in there. 2-2 count.
Oh, he floats dangerous one in there. And that's a full count here to Brandon Gregg. Crucial moment in Kiefer McLennan's young career. As he's going to walk out of this game.
That's 2 walks, and who are the Lightning going to go with? Kiefer looking around. Who do we have left?
Got to go to Jake Purdy here. Oh, is that not 2 walks? I would have. Yeah, that's
2 walks.
That's 2 walks.
I think Purdy might be out of innings, Chris.
I don't think he is, dude.
And it looks like he's going to be taking the ball. You're right.
Yeah,
He's got 1 inning left. They're going to use it now.
I think AK had it down in over there. I think we knew there was 1 left. I think Chad was just trying to save him for as long as possible. I'm not sure what you're really saving him for now that you're in the 9th inning. So,
I guess it's a good thing they saved him, though.
Yeah, another high leverage spot.
They let Kiefer get as long as he can before he walks out. Now, 1st and 3rd, big spot, 1 out, a double play, ends this inning and sends us to the first 10th inning in PLW history.
Yeah. Do you try the double play here, though? Do you even put that runner at risk of coming across?
I think you need to get the ball to second base in about 2 seconds if you want to try the double play. That's what I think.
That's a tough decision to make. That decision's going to be in the hands of Chad Sparkles Phillips if we get to that situation.
And also, here's a situation that I still haven't seen anyone. I've still never seen someone try this, but I'd like to. A 1-hopper back to Purdy in about a half a second. I want to see him flip the ball to second, and the guy on second to flip the ball back to him
The
for a
center
nice short throw to that center panel. I think that would be an easy double play.
Yeah, it's definitely an
I've
interesting
never seen anyone do it, though.
I don't think a lot of people are actually aware that that can actually even happen.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And you know what else? I wouldn't be surprised here is if Purdy just brings his nastiest stuff to Taylor here. Taylor works a walk. You've got bases loaded, but now you have a double play the easy way.
And he's coming right after Taylor, gets him to swing through that 54-mile-per-hour riser. 1-2 count. Bryner looking to hit a ball hard. And he flares that one. Is that one going to fall? Bruce Uson on the run, makes the catch, but David Harley Jr. is going to run into the back.
Oh, and that's the ball game.
A walk-off sacrifice fly, just barely enough. Uson just misses the backstop on this throw, spins and throws immediately, and just barely misses wide. Harley Jr. scores on the sac fly, and that's going to end this game in the 9th. 1-0 Snappers, but what a fight by the Lightning.
Wow. What a way to end it, Tom. Couldn't have asked for a better series tonight, right? 9 innings in Game 3. Ends with a sacrifice fly from none other than Taylor Bryner, as Bruce made an incredible running catch there. And a great attempt to try and get the out at home as well.
Almost a double play. What a fantastic series, and PLW does not miss. Even when you think you're going to get a blowout or a lopsided series, you're wrong. And who's going to go to the booth? Is it David Harley Jr., the man who scored on that sac fly, Brandon Gregg, Shane Weber, Ryan Murphy, or Taylor Bryner? Get those votes in. That poll is going to close shortly. Who do you want to see in the booth for that post-game interview?
Yeah, we've seen it all here, folks. Happy to have you with us all night long. There's 500 of you hanging in here strong all night with us. What an incredible series, right? David Harley hits a triple. What a crucial spot to get on base there from a guy who's been also kind of a PLW journeyman throughout his career.
That's right.
Started out
on the Lightning.
On this Lightning squad that he just helped beat tonight.
Yep.
So if you're the Lightning, though, you got to feel great about your new camp. You only gave up 5 total runs tonight, so you feel good. Chad's still smiling out there, happy, probably still about the walk he worked. But beyond that, happy about the team he's putting together, and they have a future ahead of them. They have a couple draft picks. I think at this point now, you've just dropped another 2 games. You got to start looking forward to next season, right?
Yeah.
You're the first team to 30 losses. So we liked what we saw from the Lightning. We liked what we're going to see going forward, but it's time to start building for next year.
Yeah, and I think the Lightning are still happy with the outcome of this series, really giving the Snappers a good fight. The Snappers probably going to be a contender in the playoffs, so the Lightning showing that they can really hang with the big boys.
And it looks like we're going to go with David Harley Jr., Tom. Do you want to take this one?
No, I'll go get him.
Oh, you'll go get him. All right.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, Cajuns Ones.
All right. I'll be joined here shortly by David Harley Jr., the fan favorite for the night, as he was the one to come across on the sacrifice fly to end Game 3. And Harley's working his way up here. What an incredible series, folks, right? We never could have seen this playing out the way it did. PLW's full of surprises. As I'm joined by David Harley Jr., welcome to the booth, my friend. Go ahead, get that headset on there. You're no stranger to the booth, whether it be, working as a third umpire up there or just a lot of heroic moments you've had over the last couple weeks. What were you thinking when you hit that triple there? What was going through your mind?
It was only talk to Taylor, and I was just like, man, today's the time. Right now's the time. I'm going to hit as hard as I can, and he's just like, yeah, light it up.
Yeah, I know you and Bryner have been working together a lot on the swing. Taylor's a great hitting coach. You've been riding a hot wave, man. I mean, you've been hitting a lot of home runs, a lot of power, right? You've been really solid. I think you found your home here with the Snappers, right? You've always been a staple in any outfield you've played in, but you're really getting a lot of at-bats here. You're making a massive impact for the Snappers team, and you're a crucial part of why you guys have won 8 straight. What's the mentality in the locker room right now?
Well, we know we can take on the best of the teams, top 3. We've won series against the Sand Vipers. I think the ones are probably will be our toughest competition. And of course the Vaders are red hot. But as far as our locker room, man, we're just out here having fun, man. You see Shane's out there, kind of like one leg in it, and still having a great time hitting dingers. Taylor's Taylor, and the rest of the boys are just having a good time out here, man.
Yeah, you guys have a great camp over there. You've been in all 3 championship series, right? You yourself won a championship with the Sand Vipers last year. I'm sure you're anxious to get back there. as you guys have been very, very hot. What can you guys tell me about the Lightning tonight? I mean, what were your expectations coming into the series? I know you're a very cerebral person, so you'd never underestimate anybody. But what was the thought process coming into the series tonight?
Yeah, we actually kind of Jesse kept kind of pushing on everybody not to underestimate the Lightning. You know, they are missing some crucial pieces. Cody Runnels left, Kyle Lohman's out, but I mean, you saw it yourself. Game 1, Jake Purdy just almost a complete shutdown game, and his pitching, he's if he's not the best pitcher in the league, he's number 2. You know, like that game was insane. So we did not underestimate the Lightning. They come out, they play, and they're playing from behind, man. They're really digging their heels in and trying to make something of these last few games of the season, trying to make some kind of attempt at a run for a potential playoff spot, hoping that some of the upper teams kind of lose out on some series and they can get an inch in. But I don't think this one game that they took off of us really put them anywhere. But it was, I mean, you saw it. 10 innings right there?
Yeah, the 9 innings, you guys ended it in the bottom of the 9th. We've been to one other 9-inning game in the history of PLW. That was the Cajuns 8 weeks ago. So this is the second time we've been 9, and you showed up big in that spot.
I appreciate that, yeah.
Crucial moment for you and the Snappers.
I missed out on our last series. I had some like work obligations, so coming back into this series, that first game was just, my bat was just not there. I struck out like 5 in a row. But once I was a little bit intimidated by Purdy. I remember I used to be able to hit off him, man, but he's got some secret sauce going on behind the scenes that he's been working on apparently that he showed up with tonight, man. And it was kind of scary, dude. He's looking like he's coming in hot, and it's right on 5-5. Like you guys probably saw the most double nickels you've seen as viewers watching. I mean, every other pitch was 5-5, 5-4, 5-5, 5-4.
Yeah, pitchers are only getting better in this league. Everybody's only getting better. It's only going to be harder to break in as we keep going. But hey, Harley, appreciate having you up here. Congratulations!
You.
What a strong win there at the end. Way to show what the Snappers are all about. We're looking forward to the next 4 series from you guys.
All the Snapper fans out there, we appreciate you guys watching. PLW fans, good night.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks, David. As we're going to welcome back Tom into the booth. Tom, what a series tonight, right? Just from both sides, right? You got the 10th place team duking it out with one of the perennial powerhouses. We couldn't have asked for a better series. 3-time finalists, 1-time champions, perennial. I think they have the second most wins in the history of the PLW, right? So this is an established franchise. And then on the flip side, you have the expansion team, the Lightning, right? Really still struggling to find an identity, but they just duked it out with the best of them tonight.
I mean, it was a powerhouse versus a house.
A house. A house in process.
And the house came up with a win.
Yeah, the house came up with a win. You always like to see that. You know, whenever you're putting chips on the table, you expect the other house to win. So tomorrow night, we have the Ones and the Cajuns. And then turning over the week, we also have the Ones and Cajuns to lead off next Monday, guys.
It's going to be exciting.
Tune in, 6 p.m. Pacific, Ones at Cajuns, Hideaway Field, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Chris Warfield, Tom Gannon.
And stay tuned. We've got PLW Gaming. I know a lot of you guys were missing that last night. We've got another raid coming in. Sean Merciel playing MLB The Show, I believe. So stay tuned for that right after the series.
What's this? That'll work.
Get there. Get there.
Let's go! What's this? That'll work.
Get there. Get there.
Let's go! What's this? That'll work.
Get there. Get there.
Let's go! What's this? That'll work.
Get there. Get there.
Let's go! What's this?